Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Basement Show with Mr. Nash. Tonight is a Friday night movie night segment. I am joined in the studio by Mike popped in right at the beginning. How you doing, Mike?
The game was at 7 o'clock. It was awesome.
Nice. We got Princess Ali.
Princess Alia Babwa.
Okay, there you go. I can't say it. And Mr. Simmons will be back momentarily. He had one quick thing to do, but he is in the studio tonight also. So you have a packed house. So tonight is, like I said, Friday night movie night discussion, and we will be discussing Disney movies.
Disney.
So if Mike and Andrew would like to say anything to welcome everybody into the show, the floor is yours.
I'm eating.
Good evening, everybody. Long anticipated show tonight. We've been very excited to do Disney. We have Disney planned a couple of nights in the next coming months because Disney is a very broad topic, so I'm excited to see what we talk about tonight. Hi, Kelsey.
My cousin Kelsey in the house. Good evening, Kelsey. Thanks for tuning in.
I have a question for you guys. Are we doing like the first, like Andrew, that first segment of animated movies? Or are we just going to go all over the place?
Whatever floats everybody's boat tonight. I figured maybe we can cover everybody's favorite Disney that we haven't discussed yet. I mean, mine, you obviously can tell, is Aladdin.
Well, mine technically isn't really an animated movie, but like I'm a really big fan of the movie Heavyweights. I just thought it was like broad comedy.
That's a good one.
Even though it's not really animated, it is a funny Disney movie per se.
It is. It's one of my favorites as well.
Master Chief, what's your favorite movie?
The Halo ones.
If Halo is Disney, we're all in trouble.
What up, Andrea? Yo, the reason why I asked that, Princess Ali, is because we had talked briefly about it. That's all. I'm just bringing up our brief conversation about it. There's just so much to cover in Disney.
And I think like tonight, besides covering favorites, is probably stick to like the classic animated. Start from the beginning.
Good evening, Curtis. Thanks for popping in.
Curtis is in his house.
And everyone's happy to see Andrew. So, Mike, we have to have Andrew on the show more often because clearly people like her more than they like us. But
that's true. That is true.
Good evening, Curtis.
Like she even gets a heart next to her name. Me and Mike just got good evening.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, with a heart next to it. I'm kind of jealous. I'm not gonna lie. It's my own show and I don't get love.
Hey, I said I love you in my my emoji there, the I love you symbol.
You did.
I said, "What up, homies?"
You did.
What up, G Money?
So, well, since you guys want to start with the animated movies, where should we begin?
We should wait for more people.
Well, there's 4 people in here right now, so they might not always talk. But
is that you, or is it for legit people?
Well, I'm probably in the chat. I think Andrew's lurking. I know my mom was complaining about watching the game and trying to listen to the show at the same time. My cousin Kelsey's here, so a lot of people are still watching the Phillies game. So,
well, if we start at the very beginning, then we have to start with Snow White, the very first.
Yeah, I have my list.
Movie.
I have my list right here.
Yeah, well, I'll let you two take the floor, and I'll chime in when you guys need me to.
It's the Andrea show, so Andrea goes first.
So Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I've only seen this one a couple times because it's personally not a favorite of mine. I've been a fan more of like the remakes based on Snow White. I mean, it is the very first one, so they didn't really have a bar to set per se or like what to base on. They're just like, oh, it's our first movie. We have an idea. Let's roll with it and go. So I give it props because it is actually a very good movie. It's just, it doesn't happen to be one of my favorites. I do associate myself more with Grumpy. Grumpy the dwarf. Now that I'm getting older, I'm cranky and grumpy all the time, and he just is close to my heart now. I loved Dopey growing up.
I mean, if you want to compare me to a Seven Dwarfs, I'd probably be Bashful.
I can see it.
I do well with people I know, but if you put me inside a crowd of people I don't know, I curl up
Mm.
in a ball and I don't want to be there. So my cousin Kelsey says she's agreed with everything you say.
Aw. Yeah, I just wish there was more to love about Snow White. It was just I don't know if it's because of how old it is that it just didn't sit well with me, but it just isn't in my top favorites for Disney, but it definitely isn't in like the bottom worst.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's
worse
mi-
places
de-
to go.
yeah, it's definitely like I would say low to middle tier, but it definitely isn't in like the top tier for me.
Damn, that thing released December 21st, 1937.
37.
There's Mr. Simmons. Hello, Sam.
I am
Sam,
here.
if
Laundry
Sam,
is in the dryer, so we're good to
all
go.
right, Sam. So we were just talking about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. What dwarf do you associate yourself as?
Sleepy.
Yeah, Sleepy's another one that I could be like. I said grumpy because I'm grumpy all the time.
Is there a bipolar dwarf? 'Cause that's me. That's me.
Dopey?
Yeah, that works. That works.
I don't know about dopey, but you know.
I smoke dope.
I mean, that's the closest one I could think of. So.
Oh my gosh, Curtis. Yes. I love
All
you.
of them sheesh like they were. Wow. Curtis calling you out right away.
Sam, do you have any comments that you want to say about Snow White? It's really the thing I said was I prefer like the remakes of Snow White, and it's not like my bottom tier, but maybe like low mid tier when it comes to like favorite
Yo.
Disney movies.
Andrea, do you know the people that produced this? It was released by RKO Radio Pictures.
Huh.
I never knew that.
Well, so you say remakes. Which remakes are you talking about? Because I feel like there's a lot of different remakes that are all remade in different ways. So, which remakes are you talking about specifically here?
Not
Well, you-
Snow White and the Huntsman.
No.
I did not like that one.
No, I think they're going from based off the original compared to what they are nowadays. Like a lot of these movies are getting remade to live action movies, which is cool to see, but it takes away the integrity of the original film.
I think like the one that I enjoyed the most with the Snow White story was the show Once Upon a Time when they did Snow White story. I loved that.
That one was a good one. I haven't finished that series, but the way that they did Snow White and told her story in just a really different way was really cool. So
Hi, Lou.
I watched
I think Snow White remakes. I would agree that Snow White and the Huntsman it was good, but it wasn't the best.
Right.
So, but I like the original. The original is a classic. It's great. Great music. And it's when you
I will give it
started
that. I mean, all Disney has like iconic music, and the Snow White soundtrack is actually really good. I just wonder if I don't like it so much because it was the first like ever Disney movie. And you look at how Disney's progressed to today, and like there's just some amazing Disney movies out there.
There really are. And I guess you can't really hold it against Snow White, because it was the first.
Right.
And if you look at how they developed over the decades, and you have to say decades because we're coming up on what 100 years,
almost 100 years, yeah. 1937.
So
yeah, well, Mike just said what Snow White came out in 1938, right?
37.
37.
Yeah.
So you're at what?
Yeah, and we're over 100 years.
Right.
We're over 100 years if you include Mickey and Steamboat Willie, sort of as that start. But when it comes to when it comes to the Disney movie franchise, I guess you could call it. Yeah, Snow White was sort of the beginning, and
Well,
they've learned since then.
I don't know if you guys tuned in at all for Tuesday, but I actually asked a trivia question. I don't know if Mike you caught it or not, but you guys know what the first Disney character actually was?
Steamboat Willie, wasn't it?
No, it was not.
Wasn't it the Fantasia Mickey?
Nope. Oswald the Rabbit.
Mm,
Wow. Did not know that, John. Interesting.
He was drawn up in 1921.
I remember reading something about that when I was looking up some Disney facts.
No, you
Yeah.
didn't. Stop lying, Andrew.
Andrew does her homework every single week for this show. I don't want to hear it. She does more homework than I do.
Yeah, okay, but Andrew, oh, by the way, Andrew, I've missed you. It's good to see you again.
It is. I've
Sam,
missed being here, you guys.
Sam, I have no idea where you've been.
You guys, I felt bad that I wasn't here last Friday, and I'm not going to be here next Friday. But it is my birthday
Boo.
weekend, so I had to
Oh,
be
that's
here.
right.
Yeah, be nice to her, Mike.
Relax. I've sent her stuff. Relax.
All right,
No, let's
so moving on from Snow White, Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Now,
Eh,
I loved the 2022 Tom Hanks remake.
I
loved
haven't
it.
seen it.
Oh my gosh, it was well done. Tom Hanks was amazing.
I'm a real boy.
Now, Pinocchio
I like the classic.
again is one that's not low tier but middle tier.
Kelsey, you are
Can't
correct.
say I was too big of a fan with it.
Kelsey is so right here.
You can play Disney movie music anyway. You don't have to be a teacher to play it.
Mm.
No, she's just saying, other than it being great, she can
Yeah.
also play it in her classroom
I know. I
Kelsey,
get
I
Instead of-
played in my middle school classroom.
instead of playing like this music's good. It's not like she's playing NWA. That's what I'm saying.
it.
Oh no, see, like I'll play movie scores, but a lot of it is like Disney movie scores.
Isn't
Pirate-
it a lot? I was like, doesn't Disney like offer rights to play their music where a lot of like the more bigger franchises don't?
I think I heard something like that. Yeah.
I think you're right, Andrew. As always.
But anyway, Pinocchio. I didn't watch Pinocchio as a kid. Me and my husband are actually collecting all the Disney movies. And when we got Pinocchio, it was probably one of the first times I actually watched it. And I think with me watching it so late in my age, I mean, I'm only 30, but still, it just didn't sit with me the way that Disney movies do. I'm just like, I thought it was weird. Wasn't too fond of the storyline.
Does everybody know what year that came out? Got the year in
It's
front of me.
definitely a
1940.
darker.
Which one,
uh,
Andrew?
1940.
Beautiful. Sorry, Sam.
It's definitely a darker one of
Mhm.
the early Disney movies, because of the whole orphans thing and the orphan turning into donkeys and
Turn it into asses.
I mean,
Oh,
But-
fine.
My wife just went crazy. Something happened.
but I feel like it was really a dark movie, and I think as a kid, I wasn't too fond of it because I didn't like that dark aspect. It just sort of pushed me away from it, and I tended to steer more towards things like Toy Story and all that kind of thing. But that's just me.
No, there was a lot of controversy surrounding the original Pinocchio, so I can understand that. My
Hi,
mom's
Tina.
in Bill. That's my mom. Everyone say hi to my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, John's mom.
Sam, we
Like
just
it.
call her Mom.
Yeah, we
She's just
call her She, like I said, she was giving me a hard time for starting a show during the Phillies game. So
How dare you, John? How dare you?
well, the show must go on. And I think Mike muted himself by accident, so I'm gonna send him a message.
Sorry, I was talking to my
Yeah,
wife.
yeah.
She was telling me the same thing. You guys have a show when the Phillies game's on.
She must be friends with my mom.
She must be.
So
Thanks, John. I got
Well,
you.
the
Yeah.
Phillies are up 4-2 right now on the bottom of the sixth. So
good. So see,
So-
I'm keeping track of the game and talking movies at the same time.
I have it up on my other computer screen. So
So the original book's supposed to.
I could see that, Shannon. How they were supposed to scare children to be good. I could definitely
Wait.
see that.
Where are we at now?
We're talking Pinocchio and like how it was like a dark movie and like how it actually like set sometimes like a bad message to people back in the day. So
Got you.
that is true, Shannon. The original books, a lot of the Disney movies, and like the Grimm's fairy tales, a lot of them were very horrific. If you read the originals,
Hmm.
they were gory, they were intense.
A lot of them they were very
Oh, shit,
horrific,
that's not
very
right.
horrific if you
I
read
think
the
we had
original.
this thing on.
I got it.
Um,
I figured it out.
but
Okay.
they were they were meant to scare children. They were meant to scare children into, if you don't behave, this is what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
And when Disney tries to make that kind of thing family friendly, you still get that sort of darker undertone.
Still doesn't work, John.
I'm gonna have to show you how to do it one day. I know what you're trying to do.
Well, I got that on live, but when I read comments, it shows that thing.
I'll show you how to do it. It's all good.
All right,
So the next movie is Fantasia, and I'm ashamed to say that I've never seen it.
Fantasia's awesome.
Oh, Fantasia is one of the greatest.
That is great.
My freshman year high school marching band was Fantasia.
Hmm.
Um,
I've heard some of the music, and
the music is
I-
great.
yeah, I just need to buckle down and watch it. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet, but one day.
Just to let you guys know real quick, RKO Pictures released a lot of these Disney movies early on. They
Mhm.
did it until they got defunct in 1959. So just to let you guys know, a little piece of trivia.
Interesting.
Good to know.
Is Fantasia? I want to say, if I read correctly, they don't speak at all, right? Like it's just all music.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah,
You'll hear
yeah.
like you'll hear like animal sounds, kind of, and like squeaking and certain sound effects. But no, there's no like dialogue.
Hmm.
The dialogue comes from the music, and that's what makes it so great. Is the music is telling the story,
Okay.
and it's so much fun. That's where you get Mickey the Sorcerer.
Makes sense.
I love it. That's one of my favorite Disney.
Curtis, I have to do it like that, Curtis. Sorry.
It's one of my favorite Disney pieces, scores. Fantasia and Fantasia 2000 are both great.
Did 50 Cent have any movie music in that movie, Sam?
Which one?
50 Cent? The rapper,
Maybe he
didn't he? Didn't he? He doesn't get the joke. 50 Cent, the rapper, did you make the soundtrack for Fantasia? I was trying to make everybody laugh.
I don't get the joke.
Thanks,
go,
Andrew.
Mike.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that courtesy laugh. As my joke falls absolutely flat as hell. Exactly.
I mean, if I got the joke, I might laugh, but
We're coming up on Dumbo, Mrs. Payne or Miss Payne.
Dumbo was, I don't know if it still is, the shortest film made by Disney.
You know, it was before that. The movie before that, though, is The Reluctant Dragon.
never heard of that one.
Yeah, I never heard
It
that.
was released in 1941, in the same year that Dumbo was released.
I know Puff the Magic Dragon.
My kids rode that roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm not sure what year Dumbo came out. That was in what? That had to be middle.
1941, yeah.
Okay, so
Isn't that your mom?
that is my mom. Yes,
Love old school Dumbo.
I personally can't remember the last time I watched it, so I'm not gonna like.
I'm with you there. I remember it being weird and it was fun, but that's about all I remember.
It was
So,
definitely weird. So
Dumbo is currently the third shortest movie. When it released, it was the shortest. Currently, the shortest movie is Saludos Amigos, which is a 1944 animated film. That is only 45 minutes.
Nice.
So, Dumbo is the third shortest Disney movie.
Okay. I found the Reluctant Dragon information for you guys.
All
Essentially, it was a tour of the then new Walt Disney Studios in California, and it's like the first 20 minutes of the film are in black and white, and the remainder is in Technicolor. Most of the film is live action with 4 short animated segments inserted into the running time. Black and white segment featured Casey Jr. from Dumbo, and the 3 Technicolors one was Baby Weems, presented as a storyboard, Goofy's How to Ride a Horse, and the extended length short, The Reluctant Dragon, based upon Kenneth Graham's book of the same name. The total length of all the animated parts is 40 minutes.
Interesting.
There you go.
Fun.
No one's mad that I said all that, right?
Not at all.
I'm super angry.
Thank you. I apologize to Andrew like 75 times when we do this.
He does like every minute he's saying sorry.
Sorry.
But it
That is
brings
good.
in the conversation. Like I like it because Mike's got his list. I have my list, and
I just
you
tuned in
know.
and listen.
Mhm.
I just roll with the flow.
Hey, Sam, you missed this, by the way. I want to show you who's playing along. All right. He's always here. Master
Oh, I
Chief.
know he's always there.
Master Chief, what did you like about Dumbo? You said that you loved Dumbo.
I don't have big ears, so without my big ears, I can't fly like that or anything. So I have to take rocket ships. So it just doesn't really relate to me. See you guys later.
Bye, Master Chief. Mike, what did you like about Dumbo?
I just love Dumbo is one of the things that's, I don't know, in my mind, because I found that movie when I was really, really young. I found that movie funny. And my mom would replay when not replay, but we saw Dumbo a lot. We went to Dumbo a lot because it was just such it was a great thing. I don't know why I don't know why Dumbo made me laugh so hard at the ears or whatever, but I like how he finds out that his ears are, a plus and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dumbledore's also like a klutz in the same sense. So he figures out his power wheels make him fly. Like he was like a klutz. To be honest,
What?
think about it.
Well, John, I'm sorry, my opinion didn't agree with you.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that
Kidding, John.
I'm actually about to go get my Disney hat and rock it because I have actually a Goofy hat I could probably wear. If you guys want to see my
Yep.
Goofy hat.
Go
That's
get
fine.
it.
Go get it.
We'll wait for you.
No, it's all right. You guys can keep going.
Oh my God, this is disturbing. The main character is Jumbo Jr., an elephant who is cruelly nicknamed Dumbo, as in dumb. That's disturbing.
I didn't know that.
What it says from looking at the wiki on Dumbo, and it just said that. I was like, whoa, that's a little dark.
They recently remade Dumbo into
It was
into
one
a
of the,
live action, haven't they?
yes,
Is
it
it?
was one of the. I think it was the first when they started a couple of years ago, doing all those like live action remakes, and
That's for you, Morgan.
Thanks, Morgan. I get it. I do suck, and
John,
Andrea,
that is cute.
this is Andrea's show.
my hands are holding food, so
I can't really see now, but that's okay.
yep.
What?
Yeah, it's the Andrea show, Morgan. So you know this.
No, but I believe Dumbo was the first or one of the first live action remakes that they did when they first started doing those. I think it was either that or The Lion King. Can't remember. Excuse me.
Well, was the Lion King like remade, or is that just a original in the 90s?
Oh no, they did a live action.
Okay. Well, I know they did the live
That I
action.
still to this day have not seen.
Me either. I don't know if I will. I have seen every other live action Disney movie, but The Lion King, I don't know. I just really loved the animated that much.
I saw The Lion King on Broadway, and it was just weird seeing people dressed up as animals running around like animals, and it was just weird.
Curtis, Bambi's next. We'll talk about that.
No, but I haven't seen the live action Lion King myself, but the animated one from the 90s was a good classic to watch.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched the original, but
All right, so Bambi, probably the most recognizable of the Disney classics. Like when I think of Disney classics, Bambi is always the one that comes to mind. And I think it's just because like it's memorable, you know. You get Bambi's mom who dies, and then you get
It's so dark.
you
in the
know
beginning.
like it's just rememberable. You're like, oh, Bambi, yeah.
and I don't care what anyone says, Thumper made the movie Bambi as good as it was.
I agree. I liked Thumper.
Thumper was my favorite in that movie. I'm sorry. And what's crazy is, if you actually think about it, Bambi to this day is the only one that has never been, I guess, made into a live action movie. I don't know how you would do it to begin with, but
Same way you would do Lion King. It would be mostly CGI.
yeah,
Was
that's
it
true.
really live action?
I did hear in the live action Lion King there wasn't any singing.
Is that a good movie? The live action of that?
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
John?
Nope. So I've seen the other ones, but
I've just heard that everybody hated it because they didn't sing and it was just off-putting.
Yeah, I love the music from that movie. It was awesome.
yeah.
But yeah, anybody have thoughts on Bambi other than it's just memorable? Thumper's great. Sad that the mom
Not
died like right in the
really.
beginning.
Like that one was pretty. That one wasn't. It didn't really have any like memorables.
Yeah.
It didn't
I
really
was
have
like,
a
you got
memorable
Thumper
soundtrack.
that's like memorable, but that's probably about it.
I mean, when you think of Bambi, I feel you think of three things: one, Bambi; two, Thumper; and three, Bambi's mom dying.
Hmm.
And that's it.
Well, Bambi also learned how to ice skate in that movie. In a sense.
Unless you're John and you remember the ice skating scene.
That's like John must have watched Bambi recently. Or he's
Um,
just really good at remembering.
I got a good memory. Everyone that's in this chat can probably justify for that. So Bambi is great, but awful. Guess that trying to teach kids how to lose a parent. I don't know. I mean, Shannon's pretty spot on with that kind of comment. So
Yeah.
Well, the next movie is Saludos Amigos.
Which I've not seen.
I've
Never
never
heard
heard of it. Never heard of it.
Like
so.
I can skip all these. There's that one, and then the next one's Victory Through Air Power. Then it's The Three Caballeros. Then Make Mine Music, and then finally Song of the South.
Never heard of any of
I
it.
was like, on my list, the next one that I recognize is Cinderella.
Yeah, that's the no freaking Song of the South is awesome. It's just that it's too bad that it's become so
banned?
racist. Yeah,
Even though and
it's,
I
not
think
it's never going to be on. They said it's never going to be on Disney Plus, Sam. They've said they're not going to re-release it or anything. I can't. I just think
No.
the movie. I understand about I get it, but it's still a good movie.
My mom agrees with you, Mike. She said Song of the Sound is
Yes.
great.
Yes,
So yeah, it's one
Tina
that
Payne.
and I get their position.
Tina Payne, I love you.
I get their position, especially this day and time. But
I did.
I feel, and this is, I guess, the
Yeah,
history
John. Yeah,
I guess
John.
this is the history teacher in me. You can't change history.
No matter how you try, you can't. You're absolutely
You know,
right.
that movie was made in a time where there was a lot of racism in our country.
Hmm.
There was a lot of racism in the world. It was made in Song of the South was in what, the 40s?
I think so. It's like 42, I want to say. Let me look on my list. It is Song of the South was November 20th of 1946.
No, yeah. So I mean, you think of when this movie was made. It's right after World War II. It's so you're coming right off the Holocaust and that racism over on that side of the world. And you're
It's a
looking
lot
at
in Lalo.
um
John's mom is right.
and
My mom's very smart. So
She is. That's exactly right.
yeah. And so, but you have then you move into this era with Song of the South, where now you start to see the civil rights movement start to pick up slowly but surely. And so it's just it sucks that we can't actually learn our history because
Banning history, like I agree with you, said banning history is ridiculous. It
it-
happened. It happened. So what you can do? Pretend it didn't. I don't. Whatever.
yeah,
I don't get it, but yeah.
nice name change, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
We got something in the house.
Andrew, I watched Andrea. If she gets it done, I'm happy.
What?
His
You
new
smile
name.
when I changed it to Thumper. You kind
Oh
of
yeah, I did. I smiled.
Sam and John never look. So
I try to pay attention to
I'm an
the chat.
observant person.
yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm
This is
paying
movie
attention
night.
to the chat, and I'm
I know,
looking
it's
at this
movie
stuff
night.
on my camera looking like a
No, I get
fool.
it. It's. I understand. It's movie night with Andrew. That's it. I got it.
No, I'm glad you guys are talking about Song of the South because it's one that I've actually never heard of. So I wasn't aware that it was an actual movie that is no longer like out there because like
I have a
you were
copy.
saying, like they're not
I have a
gonna
copy.
put it on
I
Disney
spent.
Plus or
I spent a fortune on it, but I do own Song of the South.
I'm not going to ask how much you spent on that because
You
I
don't
can
wanna-
imagine.
You don't
I
want
can
to know.
imagine it was a pretty penny.
You don't want to know. Trust me.
Multiple pretty pennies.
Yes, you don't want to know.
Multiple quarters in Mike's eye too.
Hey, Julie, that's cool. My wife
mean, I
is just
didn't-
watching the Phillies game. She doesn't support me at all in our marriage. Yes, she does. She's my much better half.
Yeah, and then she comes down and smacks you from across the bed. I am watching.
I know she texts you to, or you text her to punish me. It's ridiculous.
I did.
I know.
No, what's the next movie on our list? I know people are calling out 101 Dalmatians.
It's a good movie.
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
1950.
Okay, Cinderella
after
is a classic.
John. Oh, sorry, John. Yeah, the other ones are to Cinderella are like the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They have like 5
Like
movies before it.
the notes I have on Cinderella is it says after a long hiatus, Disney properly returned with Cinderella. So,
So
to
they
me,
don't
it
consider-
seems like they don't consider the works before.
So, all right. So,
Yeah.
fun and fancy free, melody time, so dear to my heart, and the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Yeah, they just obviously that doesn't matter. I got it. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's just what it says. I just thought that was kind of interesting, and I'm like, well, like the others before it, I've never even heard of, to be honest, and that's probably because they don't
I think-
consider them Disney.
I think the
I
only
mean, they
one
are,
I've
but-
heard of, the only one of those I've heard of is The Adventures of Ichabod and
Yeah.
Mr. Toad.
Same, Sam. That's the only one I've heard of in that list. Sorry, Cinderella, 1950.
Cinderella, probably one of my favorite stories. Not necessarily my favorite Disney movie, but definitely one of my favorite stories. I love the poor picked on girl transforming into a princess story. It definitely teaches you the don't judge a book by its cover. You know, I just love everything about that story.
Yeah.
John's mom. I wrote that. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think-
I've never heard of it, so
I think Cinderella is also one of the most
notable.
remade.
It is, and I think it's because it's such an easy.
It's a classic story. The
It is,
plotline.
and it's easy to retell. Lalo, me too, San Diego. And they've redone it so many different times in so many different styles that each time you watch, it's like watching a new movie.
Well, you told me, Andrew, that's kind of like your life with your husband. It was like Cinderella. You said he found a shoe that fit you and all that.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Sorry,
my-
Andrew. Sorry.
my love story with my husband. I knew I was going to marry him the day I met him. I was in 4th grade.
Whoa.
And I
Oh.
told my mom. I remember coming home and I go, I'm gonna marry that man.
That's awesome.
I just knew.
You met him for life. Nice.
No, yeah, Mike, with another pun. Didn't-
Another. I'm using a wrestling thing.
I know. For life.
It's like
okay.
too sweet that I always do.
No, but I think one of my favorite Cinderella remakes was Ever After with Drew Barrymore.
That is a good one.
That is a great one. You are
That is
correct.
one of the best remakes. It's funny. It stuck to the story really well. To the original story, but it also made itself its own. It still had its own, sort of storyline based off of, the Cinderella story of the unwanted sister, the unwanted stepdaughter, meeting the prince and falling in love and going to the ball.
I
But
have a random question when you're done with your point, Sam. So
There were sequels to this.
so what?
There were direct-to-videos. Cinderella 2: Dreams Come True in 2002,
And
And
Cinderella
Cinderella-
three.
There
and
were
Cinderella 3: A Twist in Time.
there were a bunch of Cinderella stories. or
These are all
Cinderella
direct.
movies.
These are all direct-to-video. The ones I just named.
Yeah,
I didn't know there were sequels to Cinderella. I just didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
go for it, John.
now, would a Cinderella story with Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray count?
I
as a
was
Cinderella
just gonna talk with that one. That one was actually like growing up my favorite of the Cinderella remakes, other than
movie? Now, would you consider
yeah.
that a Cinderella movie though? Or
Yes.
yeah, because you've got the picked on stepsister,
Picked on,
and then
stepdaughter, stepsister.
okay, I was just curious. I've watched that movie plenty of times too.
Oh, I can do
And,
this. This is cool. I can do that. Look at that, guys. Instead of telling it to you, I can show it to you. Look at that.
no,
This is Cinderella right here.
I used to have Cinderella story with Hilary Duff, Chad Michael. I used to have that movie memorized.
that's
Like
okay.
that used to be one of those movies that like I could watch in my head.
So like
Yeah.
me and the Goonies.
Like me and
I'm-
Shrek now.
I'm sorry for pulling that up, guys. I just thought it was interesting.
you don't ever apologize. The more you know, Mike.
Thanks, hon. You're the best.
Yeah.
I liked Gus Gus in the Cinderella animated. He was fun. He's cute.
No, the fairy godmother was always funny though.
I'm trying to
I was
remember.
gonna-
That
that's
was one
what
of the
that
mice,
shows.
right, Andrea?
What?
The character Gus Gus was one of the mice, right?
Yeah. The tubby mice.
Yeah.
Mouse. Yeah.
Wow, that was an expensive movie. It's 2.2 million to make, and it made 182 million at the box office.
Which
Mm.
movie?
Cinderella, I think.
Cinderella.
Right?
The
The
original one?
original?
Yeah, it's the original, according to this.
Wow, 2.2 million back then.
Yeah, and a budget and a box office of 182. I'm double
I
checking.
agree, Lou. I agree.
Yeah, that's a friend. Yeah, Lalo, that's absolutely should happen. I agree with you. I'm sorry.
I got- I'll be.
All right, Lalo. That's
Oh,
a bet.
Oh boy.
I love it. Alice in Wonderland is coming up.
Yes, it is 1951.
Mm.
That
Okay,
movie
no.
was trippy. Like
I swear
even,
they were,
even
I
they were
agree.
on
even
LSD when they
even
made that movie.
Even the remakes, like the Johnny Depp Alice. in
Oh,
Wonderland.
those are probably by far some of the best live action remakes of
I do
any
agree.
Disney movie.
But still trippy.
No, new one sucks.
No.
You're back to my word. I don't like Burton.
No, there we go. Mike and
So I'm sorry.
was
Yeah, Lalo, whatever.
I'm sorry. Johnny Depp, there is nobody who could play a better Mad Hatter than Johnny Depp.
I think Mike's biggest problem is it was directed by Tim Burton. He doesn't like Tim Burton.
Yeah, I don't like Tim Burton
Batman.
films.
He's like
Except for
Batman
Batman.
though.
Well, we don't care what you like, Mike.
Hey, I do.
Thanks, Andrea.
I am tripping. Laugh Out Loud music is awesome. There you go.
But I agree with all you guys, man. Alice in Wonderland, the original, is trippy as all heck.
I
Well,
wonder
yeah.
if kids these days, like especially my kids, if it would be a movie that they'd even like, or would they just be like, "Nah, this is too weird."
Did you guys know the CGI animated reboot series, Alice in Wonderland's Bakery, premiered on February 9th, 2022?
My
What?
my
CGI animated reboot series, Alice's Wonderland Bakery, premiered on February 9th, 2022, Sam.
I guess she would be considered my stepsister. I don't know. My dad adopted a little girl, and that's her favorite show right now. Is Alice in Wonderland's Bakery or whatever it is.
Yeah, Shannon. Sorry, that was funny to me.
No, it is fine. No matter what way you look at
Do
it.
you guys have a favorite character from Alice in Wonderland?
The Mad Hatter.
Yeah,
Mad
man,
Hatter.
yeah.
No.
I
not-
like the
not-
Cheshire
That's what
Cat.
that's what I was just about to change. It was I like the Mad Hatter second, but the Cheshire Cat was the best.
He was
Agreed.
fun.
Nope.
Well, if you watch
The Cheshire Cat always creeped me out. No.
Well, if you watch the remake version of it, Mike, even though you don't like Tim Burton, the Cheshire Cat in that movie will blow your mind.
Oh, I got it. I may have to watch it now.
And
Well,
if
Sam, I already creep you out, so nothing's really changed.
Did Alice in Wonderland influence the book Go Ask Alice? Possible? I don't know.
We should
Wait,
ask
wait.
Alice.
I'm not familiar with that book.
Me neither.
My mom was an avid reader, so I'm sure she's probably read it 100 times.
So apparently, Go Ask Alice is a 1971 novel by
Put it back
Beatrice Sparks. It is a book about a teenage girl who develops a drug addiction at age 15 and runs away from home on a journey of self-destructive escapism.
Interesting.
I mean, that sounds like Alice in Wonderland.
I mean, it is possible.
Mm.
But if you guys actually want to hear a funny story real quick, we did it. I was in 8th grade. We did Alice in Wonderland for my school play, and I was actually in the play. I was-
Me too.
I was one of the gardeners. I had 4 lines in the whole entire play, but
I played the White Rabbit,
oh yeah, Sam was
but
the lead.
sadly, I didn't get a runner across the stage going, "I'm late, I'm late."
role.
I was so sad.
I played Cheshire Cat yesterday, so I'm good.
No, yeah. You're a
I was
cat
running
handler?
around in all my makeup. Yeah, I was just on all fours, just running around the neighborhood.
Is that picture you tried to send me last night?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Mm.
It is because I am late for everything, Morgan.
So the next movie after Alice is Peter Pan, and I will say my favorite rendition of Peter Pan is Hook.
If anybody tries to refute that, like, you just kick them out, because like there's no other version of Peter Pan that is even acceptable in my book. Hook is the standard for Peter Pan.
There
That's
was one, and I can't remember what it was called, but I watched it last year, and I want to say
Pan?
it was on Netflix. It was actually really good, but Hook will always be my favorite remake of Peter Pan.
The
I
best
mean,
character in the movie is Peter Pan's shoes.
I was gonna say his shadow.
Yeah, his shadow's great too. Yeah.
No, Peter Pan
Shadow-
is phenomenal. Now, what did you guys think of the one with Robin Williams?
That's what we were just talking about.
Oh, see, I'm stupid. That's why. I'm
That
still
one
back
was,
on.
it was fun, and I mean I just love Robin Williams. He
It's
made it
true.
fun. Like you felt like he had the spirit of a kid, and you know, like he was just the perfect Peter.
Morgan, it wasn't like Saw or Friday the 13th.
No, it. Do you know the original story?
Yeah. About a little guy teams up with Master Chief. Thanks, Curtis.
I don't know much about the original. I mean, I've seen it
All
quite a
right, let's
bit,
see
but
why. I'm gonna look at why. So,
when I think of Peter Pan, like I really only associate Hook. So to talk about the
Tinkerbell's cool.
classic or the classic movie, the 1953, just like I don't
Nobody
remember a lot of it. I mean, I did like Tinkerbell.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love Tinkerbell.
Well, Tinkerbell and Hook was actually played by Julia Roberts, if no one remembers that. So, sorry, stupid movie knowledge.
Yeah, that's Saw. Sorry.
Maybe that's where they got the movie Saw from. Like, you never know.
That's probably I know. Then it was Peter Pan. No, Sam, to answer your question, no, I to be honest with you, the original story, or if that's in the book or whatever, I did not know that or whatever. About it being that dark. I didn't know.
Like, oh no, because it is the author of Peter Pan, J.M. Barrie. The story is it's an amalgamation of him and his five children, and this is sort of the story of one of his kids, who went by the name of, or whose name was Peter, I believe, was killed in a tragic ice skating accident. And it had a very profound effect on the mother. And so it's just sort of this story of staying young and why he wants to stay young. It gets dark.
Mhm.
Did you guys know? I found an interesting thing here that after the bombing of Pearl Harbor in 1941, Walt Disney was commissioned to do training in war propaganda films. So the production work on Peter Pan was shelved until after the war when they finished it. Just to let you guys know.
Oh wow,
That's interesting.
Interesting.
that is very interesting.
Shannon, you're doing fine. Shannon, you're doing awesome.
I knew that Walt Disney was commissioned to do the World War II propaganda. I didn't realize it shelved Peter Pan.
To go off of another Peter Pan type remake, Once Upon a Time had Captain Hook. What if you've seen Once Upon a Time? What were your thoughts on Hook? And that's funny that Morgan actually said that. I personally thought Hook
I don't
was
know.
fun, but I don't know that he portrayed like how Captain Hook really would have been.
No, I don't think they did. And I know it's a retelling, and they reimagine some of these characters. I think there's a lot of characters in that show that are just not quite what I would imagine them to be, based off their Disney movies.
We have a question from Kevin.
It's the first book of Peter. I want to know that. I don't read books, so I'm not answering that one. I'm out.
I'll look it up.
I mean, I could do that.
But no, the original book was called Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie.
Okay.
But the show when it came to Hook, Hook and Peter, I didn't like how they did that.
Yeah, I mean, like his character was really cool, and like I don't remember who played him, but the actor, I feel for their vision fit perfectly. Like,
yeah, he did.
How Morgan said, he fit their idea and their story, but definitely did not fit the Peter Pan storyline.
Yeah, well, and then because they make Peter out to be evil,
right?
Like
Sam
Peter was evil.
Sam, Peter Pan is also known as the boy who wouldn't grow up. The book. Or the play. Sorry, it's based on the play Peter Pan. The play Peter Pan, and they also reference it as the boy who wouldn't grow up.
Yeah.
I know. You didn't say it, so I didn't know. Sorry. Another $1.
But in Once Upon a Time, I mean, they made Peter Pan evil.
Hmm.
Like he was this evil child who, and I mean because of the way they portray him, um, you know, because he was left behind in Neverland by his father, if I remember correctly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong about that. So I can understand why, but it's I don't know. I didn't like how they portrayed Captain Hook or Peter Pan. It just wasn't that typical story.
I agree, Shannon. He was actually pretty hot.
Oh, he played.
Our,
I think Dustin Hoffman played Hook in The Move. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay.
Comes another weird facts thingy.
Robin Williams played across from Dustin Hoffman in that movie. It was great.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the interesting thing. Sorry, that one.
Very interesting.
No, but when you look at Peter Pan and in the movie Hook, its remake, my favorite scene from that movie is still the food fight.
yes.
That is by far the best scene in that movie, outside of when he's trying to learn to fly. That one was pretty funny, but that was more like slapstick funny.
Right.
But that food fight scene was it was iconic because that's when you see Peter go from the I don't know who I am, I don't know where I came from type storyline to, oh, now I remember. Now I remember what it was like to be Peter Pan.
So Kevin wants me to share this with Sam. I'm not going to send it to you. I'll just read it out loud. So The Little White Bird is a fantasy novel by J.M. Baring. Tells the story of the first sighting of Peter Pan in Kensington Gardens, London, and what he's doing there. The book introduces readers to the general myths surrounding Peter Pan.
Interesting.
So Kevin was actually right. That
He was.
The Little White Bird is the first book that actually mentions Peter Pan.
Got you. I found another interesting fact.
So Shannon's dying for Anastasia, so we can't keep her waiting that long. So
Oh, sorry, John. I didn't mean to put this up too early. I
no,
apologize.
you're good. I'm just saying Shannon wants us to talk about Anastasia.
Ah. This I didn't know either. That's why I put it up there for you guys.
The melody of for the second started right with Alice Wonderland. Put interesting. You find some cool facts, Mike.
Trying.
Keep them coming. I mean, as long as you pull them up in the chat, people can see them. But since you're commenting as the show, I don't think it actually pops up in the chat.
So Anastasia is a 90s movie, and we're still in the 50s. So we can jump to Anastasia just because a viewer did request it. I don't mind.
I don't mind either.
I've only seen Anastasia once, so I actually don't have a lot of intake on that one. I don't remember it because I've only seen it once. I can picture it, but that's about it.
Yeah, John's mom, I agree. I don't think it's dark. I mean, I agree. It is kind of dark.
It has to be.
Shannon, since you want to talk about Anastasia, feel free to comment some of your thoughts. Personally, like I said, I've only seen it the one time, so I don't have a lot to say about it because I can't really remember it, but like I can picture it in my head.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Did you guys know that the movie's been criticized because for its broadly stereotypical treatment of Native Americans? I didn't know that either.
Anastasia?
Oh, sorry, Peter Pan. Sorry, I forgot we're back in Anastasia. Apologize.
So,
How did I say? Wait, there were Native Americans in Anastasia?
Sorry,
That takes
Sam.
place in Russia.
Sorry, Sam.
Shannon's saying it's based on a true story, so
It is. It is.
I can't remember the last time I watched Anastasia neither, so I'm kind of mute on this subject, but
I want to say there's a train. Like, am I remembering right? Like, she gets on a train.
Yep.
Okay, that's about all I remember of Anastasia.
All I remember from Anastasia is Bartok.
ball talk.
Bartok, one of the characters.
Gotcha.
He was like this little white rat bat thing.
Morgan.
Let's see if I can find some on Anastasia.
That is awesome, Morgan. Awesome. I know you hate me, but that's awesome.
Oh, she tells me every day she hates you, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
You had her over on your side for about 5 minutes at one.
Yeah, I don't ever side for 5 minutes. That was it.
And
There's your mom, so I was throwing it out there.
So let's see.
You're doing good, Morgan. You're awesome.
Ah, so-
Mike's just going everywhere tonight.
It's all
What are you
right.
talking about? I'm sticking on the movies. I just act facts. Why do you get mad at me, Sam?
You're doing fine, Mike. Don't listen to Sam.
Not to Sam.
Wow, this movie actually had a pretty good cast. Meg Ryan, Christopher Lloyd was in it.
Shannon, you don't have to apologize. We appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, Shannon, don't ever. I do the apologizing. You don't have to.
Yeah. Unless Shannon wants to do
And
it.
every time he does, somebody gets the jar gets $1.
Jaws up to $45, dude.
We all know it's my jar. I'm just kidding.
Wow. You're lucky my cousin's not in here. She's waiting for it.
Where
I
do we
mean,
go
after the
next?
muscle was over, can we hit 50 on it?
All right,
well,
Meg, what's next on your list?
On my list,
I think I like your list.
this
more.
is one of the best movies. I'm sorry, I love this movie. Lady and the Tramp. I love this movie.
the spaghetti scene. It's just
Yes.
adorable.
Love it. Love that.
See,
Thought that was the,
When I think of
shit.
Lady and the Tramp, that is the only thing I can think of. Like,
Now what about
I
we
cannot
are
name you
no,
any other part of that.
don't you
movie.
remember? Don't you remember the cats? We are Siamese.
If you please. Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Thanks, Andrea.
Nope.
Can you guys do that again? That was kind of cute.
We are Chinese.
If you please.
Good job. You don't remember that scene, Sam? That scene is great.
Nope.
I just like the cuteness and the synchronization of it. It was great. So,
it's
entertain me, please.
just one of those like I always say that and nobody ever gets the reference and I'm like it's just kind of funny.
Oh, that I got it, or that I said it. Yeah, I know. I love that.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we're on
I-
Lady. I think we're. Yeah, we're on. Are we still on? We're on Lady and the Tramp, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. I love the movie. Sorry, I thought it was a cute movie. Love it.
And I never got. It was never my movie. I just didn't care for it.
Wait till you get the Siamese.
It scored a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes back in the day,
Released in 1955.
June 22nd.
See, when it comes to cats in movies, I was always with the Aristocats.
Good movie.
We will get to that one.
Definitely will.
What about they did a remake? Why did I not know this?
They did a live action remake.
Yeah, they did it.
Wait, of Lady and the Tramp?
Yes.
Let me go down here and look at this.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that at all.
Oh, Thomas were being Siamese cats or whatever.
We're just
didn't
too
watch that
enthralled
one
in the
either.
Original.
Still can't find this. Oh yeah, live action remake.
Yeah. If you go to Disney Plus,
It released in 2019,
yeah,
and it was then, and then it was premiered on Disney Plus.
yeah.
Its U.S. launch date was November 12th, 2019.
Oh, everything nowadays just goes to a streaming service. That's why we never came out.
Kingdom Hearts video game, just real quick, was really, really good.
Yes.
So,
Is Sleeping Beauty the next on your list too, Mike?
what is critical reception? Why would you have this movie critical? What did they say?
About
I don't
80
even.
minutes- Lady
I'm
and
not
the
even.
Tramp-
I'm not even gonna read it. I'm going to the next movie. I'm sick of that. I'm. that kind of
Lady and the
stuff.
Tramp, which had several instances of racism and cultural stereotyping,
Hmm.
is why
Oh.
it had what was controversial about it. So
Well, January 1959, Sleeping Beauty's up. Sleeping Beauty.
That one always like weirded me out. I was always like, why did we have some random stranger guy coming and kissing this stranger girl while she's asleep?
Well, and then like
Like-
they say it's true love, and it's like, how is it true love? They don't know each other.
Yeah.
You know, they've never seen each other in their lives, and then they're like, oh, this is true love, and true love's kiss will awake
See,
her.
I always
like-
kiss frogs. I always kiss frogs. So I don't.
See, that's why I love Shrek. I love that scene in Shrek where it's like, oh, true love first kiss, and she's waiting there, and then Shrek just like shakes her violently.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's how you wake somebody up from a deep sleep.
You guys want to know something funny? I was at because I worked in the movie industry. I went to the red carpet premiere of Shrek.
Wow.
It was crazy.
I mean, a good one to go to. Shrek, the first one was really good.
Yeah, I watched it. I just told you.
I know. I'm just saying, it's a good one to go to.
Okay, what do we got next?
Oh, we're skipping over. All right, we're gonna go through Sleeping Beauty that fast. All right.
There's not much to say about it.
Yeah, there really
Well,
isn't.
I have a question for Andrea. I have a question for Andrea about Sleeping Beauty. Do you think that gave young women a false sense of finding their dream guy?
I think
You know what?
every Disney princess movie did.
Yeah, I agree
Good-
there with Sam,
Good
like,
point.
because it gave, I wouldn't say like false hope, but you get young kids who are like, oh, well, it happened in this movie, so it's got to happen in real life.
I just
Well,
wondered.
Well, like
Sam's right.
Princess and the Frog.
No, Sam's right. I mean, Sam does make sure they're Disney princesses. I understand where you're coming from, Sam.
Oh, I feel like every Disney princess movie, any movie that deals with a Disney princess that
Mhm.
finds their true love and just happens upon it with some strange man, over the decades, it became more and more popular, and you started seeing, okay, that's what women, a lot of women, oh, my true love will find me. My true love will find me.
Some people still say it, and we're in the 21st
It's true.
century. Well, if it happened in a movie, it can happen in real life.
Yeah.
Now, this movie I really like. I like this one. And I like the live action. This is 101 Dalmatians.
Yes,
Oh,
101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
Did you watch the Cruella?
Yeah, I watched the one
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
out in the 90s. Was it late 90s?
That one,
No,
the
the
and
newest
then
one?
the newest one where
Oh.
they based it on Cruella.
Is it awesome?
So good.
Is that one Maleficent or something? No. that's
No.
Sorry.
Cruella was with Emma Stone playing Cruella DeVille.
not. And when,
and it's-
when did
it's
that
the-
release?
Last year, I believe.
one or 2 years ago, last year before that. It's the origin story of Cruella.
Oh, I see. The one I'm thinking about,
It-
96, and its sequel, the second one was 2000.
Yeah, 102. No, but Emma Stone was an amazing casting choice
Yes.
for Cruella. She nailed it perfectly, and it was amazing because
We're
she
gonna
was
give
able to
you-
play. She was able to play both sides. She was able to play I'm innocent, I'm good. This is the hard life I've gone through. But then at the end, you see her really come out as the evil Cruella DeVille,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
I'm gonna have to
amazing.
check that out.
Oh, it is so good, Mike. I think
It's
you'd really
An
like
amazing
it.
movie.
Yes.
I saw it twice in theaters.
I mean,
No,
it's
I gotta check that out.
Sounds.
Sounds phenomenal. So I'll definitely check it
I
out. now.
believe, and I could
Waldo
be
even
wrong
said
here.
he loved it, and he's a guy.
Yeah.
He put me on blast. Sorry, Lou.
You know, I don't
Um,
mind giving you guys facts, but there's like a critical reaction to every single Disney movie so
oh,
far.
of course there is.
I'm like, holy cow.
Um,
Welcome to the
Mike-
21st century.
If you have Disney Plus, Cruella is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, released last year. I see what you got, Emma Stone. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
check that out.
Oh,
I'll check
Yeah,
it out.
and like even the
That's great.
animated 101 Dalmatians that came out in the 60s was great. Cruella scared me as a kid, but
Wait, there was
Oh,
another one back then.
The
Yeah,
original,
the original
the
one.
original, yeah.
Mhm.
1961.
That
Oh, there it is.
skinny, that tall, skinny, lengthy Cruella Deville with that wild hair.
Mhm.
A pointy
She was
cigarette.
creepy. Yes, with that long cigarette pipe. Oh, she scared me.
They've released that movie a lot of times. It was released in 61. They released it theater track.
Theoretically.
Thank you. 69, 79, 85, and 91. The 91 reissue was the 20th highest grossing film of the year for domestic earnings.
Wow.
Still pulling in the 91. That's incredible.
Well,
to me.
see, I like the original remake, the '96 live action one.
I did. Yeah, I love the 96 one.
The '96
Glenn
one.
Close. Glenn
Glenn
Close does a
Close.
phenomenal job.
Oh yeah, Glenn Close, Jeff Daniels, Hugh Laurie, and who played Cruella?
Oh, I have to look. But...
That was Glenn Close, wasn't it? That played Cruella.
Yes, it was Glenn Close.
Yeah.
Mike's right.
Oh, which? That's what I thought. She was awesome in the movie. She played a perfect villain. She was awesome.
Oh, she was
Yeah, 'cause Jeff
absolutely
Daniels played the
perfect
old,
casting.
yeah, the husband, and I forget who played the wife, but
Oh no, see, I loved the combination of Hugh Laurie and oh, was it Mark Williams?
Sure.
Wow.
Hey, Andrew, is this what you were talking about? The direct-to-video animated sequel
Yeah.
to the 61 one, the 101 Dalmatians 2 Patches London Adventure?
That one is a good one.
Is that what
it
you were
was-
talking about or no?
No, I was talking about the original.
No,
Oh,
it was
sorry
like-
about that.
No,
Sorry.
you're fine.
It was Hugh Laurie and Mark Williams, who played the two misfits that Cruella controls.
Okay.
Now that you say
Uh,
that, yes, because it's
yeah.
not Arthur Weasley.
Yeah, it's Dr. House.
Yeah.
It's Dr. House and Arthur Weasley playing across and next to each other, and they were great.
Phenomenal.
They were great.
Listen
Mark
to this-
Williams did
Sorry,
a
go
great
ahead.
job.
Sorry. I just want to throw in the adjusted for inflation and incorporating subsequent releases. That film has a lifetime gross of $900.3
Yes.
million. Seriously, almost $1 billion on that film alone. That's
It's
crazy.
crazy. A little bit up in the chat, Shannon asked if we can talk about
Oh,
Shrek
sorry.
for a little bit.
Yeah, we can go. To
I
Shrek.
know it's not Disney, but Shrek is always
It's not,
a good one to talk
it's
about.
DreamWorks.
Oh, that's
but
right,
you know what?
DreamWorks. Yeah, we
It's
can throw it in
DreamWorks,
here.
But you know what? It's Shrek. How can you not
Let's
talk
do
about
it.
Shrek?
Let's talk about Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek's incredible. I love Shrek. One of my
Shrek
favorite
was
movies.
probably one of my favorite as a kid. I remember one year my family, we sold our house and we had some extra spending money, and we didn't come from like having like really good income, so it was like really tough on my mom, but we spent some money that we were able to save, and she surprised us all with a trip to Disneyland and Universal. And I remember the very first thing I wanted to do when we got there was go see Shrek and Donkey. And I'll just never forget it like that. I would like,
Please tell me you went to
Oh
go
my
see Shrek
gosh.
4D.
they didn't have it when we
Oh.
went. They had the Bugs Life 40, and that was fun.
Shrek 4D. I saw that. It was the summer after my 7th grade year. Took a trip to Cali and went to Universal and saw Shrek 4D, and it was awesome.
Yeah, we did. They had Bugs Life 4D when we went,
Interesting.
and it was so fun.
yeah, but you can't
But
talk
yeah,
Eddie Murphy as
Shrek.
Donkey.
Eddie Murphy as Donkey. Yeah, Donkey will always be my favorite.
It's just
I
funny.
kind
that-
of think it's
Sorry,
funny.
morning,
sorry.
I'm
No,
making
you're fast enough.
waffles.
Yeah, and I think it's funny that like in all this story, like tellings, they're like, Donkey's gonna have babies with a dragon.
Which is still the weirdest thing in film industry. I'm sorry. A donkey and a dragon having babies together is probably the most outrageous thing in the film industry here.
Don't overthink it, Sam. Don't overthink it. The fact that with Shrek that I went to the red carpet premiere is ridiculous. It's the only movie I've ever seen on the red carpet. It was absolutely amazing time, but it was awesome. But the experience of the red carpet was just weird to me. It was
Did
awesome.
you get to see Mike Myers or Eddie Murphy?
Yes, I got to see them all.
Nice.
Yeah, got to meet
Did
them
you
all.
meet them or just see them?
No, meet them. I met all of them.
Nice.
It was a great time. It's when I worked in the movie industry. I won the trip out there, and so I got to from my my concession sales to have a high number. And when we were out there, that was a big thing. I talked to Eddie Murphy probably for 10, 15 minutes, probably at least that. I talked to Mike Myers for about 10, 15 minutes. It was really nice. So I had a good
Gosh,
time.
that sounds like it was awesome.
That was great.
The funny part I love about that movie is he's trying to find the flowers and he's prancing around.
Blue
and-
flowers, red thorns, and he's colorblind.
yeah,
Blue flowers, red thorns. Blue flowers, red thorns. Blue flowers, red thorns. This would be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind.
You know what I loved? Remember how the Gap, the store made that stop motion video where everybody spins and like Matrix used that? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I loved it when the princess was doing her martial arts and it
Oh, yeah,
spun
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I was like,
And
yes.
she just goes,
It's just like she rotates around like the Matrix. I thought it was awesome.
Flubber is Disney, yes.
Yes,
that's
Tina.
another Robin Williams Disney movie.
Mrs. John, Mrs.
love
Payne,
her.
Miss
Yeah.
Payne, Miss Tina. What do I call your mom?
Just mom.
Just
Mom.
She's just mom.
All right. Hey, mom. All right.
It's, Flubber's a good one.
Which of the
Take care,
Shrek,
Kelsey. Take care,
series
Kelsey.
are not like? Would you say is your least favorite
Of the Shrek movies,
of the Shrek movies?
the fourth one, the last one.
I haven't seen the fourth one, so I can't
Yeah,
say.
there
like-
are.
Shrek,
You're right.
Shrek Forever After.
I like that too, Kevin. Stop motion videos.
I've only seen up to the third one. I haven't seen the fourth one. I guess I shouldn't waste my time.
Well,
Slacker.
I won't say it's bad. It's just not that great.
I kind of feel like they were forced to make a fourth because I felt
Yeah.
like the story could have been complete at the end of 3.
Mhm.
And then they did the fourth one and they had to like, I feel like they were rushed to make a storyline.
Yeah. Because that's the one where he like goes back and he changes time.
Yeah. And yep.
I haven't seen 4D, guys. I haven't seen it yet.
No, the fourth one. I don't know. You guys talking about 4D or just the fourth one?
No,
No, Shrek
Shrek-
Forever After.
Shrek Forever After.
So not
Yeah.
like 4D. Okay.
I never saw the fourth either. I saw the first 3.
The first
Well,
one's
you're
my
not. I
favorite.
think you're not missing out. Yeah, the first one's my favorite too.
Then I like the third.
That
I
one's
love
great.
their trip to go find the new prince, the new king, King Arthur.
yeah, I was going to say.
I love that
the,
one.
The king died in the end of the third one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been a
Thanks,
perfect end of
Mom.
the
Let's
series.
do
And then I feel like DreamWorks was just kind of forced to make a fourth, and they're like, Shrek's probably one of the top grossing movies they've made, and they're like, well, the fans want another movie, let's just hurry and make another movie.
I think that was I agree with you, Andrew. I think it was a financial decision. They're like, oh, we could probably bank another one of these movies. I agree with you. Agree with you
Can we talk
100%.
about? Can I go back to the first one real quick?
Absolutely.
I love the gingerbread man. Not my
Not the
God,
gingerbread. Yep.
Not the gumdrop button.
My
Yes.
my favorite scene in the first one is when Lord Farquaad is talking to the mirror, and the guy goes, "Pig number 3, my lord," and he's holding up 2 fingers.
Well, in the first one, he's actually played by John Lithgow, which actually was amazing for that character.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like
you
I
know
love
them up,
that.
man.
I love the gingerbread
Oh, yeah.
man and Lord Farquaad scene.
You
Yeah.
know them up,
Tell me
man.
where they're hiding. Yeah, he's like, never.
And then what did the Muffin Man have to do with anything? Because they just go, "Do you know the Muffin
I know
Man?"
it's awesome. So is the
Okay.
so is the gingerbread man. They're
Yeah.
awesome. They're awesome.
Do you know the gingerbread man? Gingerbread man? The gingerbread man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
I remember that. It's too funny.
Or the scene when he meets the princess for the first time, like he's all tall and mighty, and all of a sudden he like cranks himself down to the next right. He's like a
No,
4
see,
foot guy.
I love all of the puns that Donkey and Shrek have when they're first telling Fiona about Lord Farquaad. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
No,
know, and
I
then-
was actually going to bring up while you're on that topic, Sam, when Shrek and Donkey first get to Farquaad's castle, and it's huge and tall and magnificent, and they go, "You think he's compensating for something?"
I know when he gets off his horse. I love that.
The best scene though, was and one of my favorite parts is when Donkey and Shrek are entering into like the city.
Oh, the animated
And-
dance.
And they pull the little
The thing,
like welcome.
you
Yeah.
shine your shoes and wipe your face.
And then they're like both of them are just standing there like
Huh? And they take the picture.
And then Donkey
then
goes,
Donkey
"Let's
like-
do that again."
and Shrek is like no.
That's funny.
But
Do you think Shrek would be as good as it is now if it were to be a Disney movie? Like if DreamWorks didn't produce it and Disney did, do you think it'd be
No.
a completely different movie?
no, because DreamWorks has a little more freedom of what they could make. Even today,
That's a tough
DreamWorks-
call though.
DreamWorks because DreamWorks has a little more freedom
Oh, I know.
with
I'm
what
just
they
saying.
can make. Now, Disney could probably push it off to Fox or one of their other subsidiaries that would have more freedom. Hence why we have Deadpool as a Disney princess now.
What?
Oh yeah, you didn't know, John? Deadpool's a Disney princess. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like if Disney had the rights to Shrek, if they could have pulled off as good of a story as DreamWorks did.
Definitely debatable. Yes and no, I guess you can say. But I don't know. Depends on how you look at it. So, immigration,
I-
song, but-
I feel like
I do too, Morgan. I thought it
Um,
was great.
I feel like they wouldn't be able to have as much freedom with some of the jokes that were made in the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Some of the lines that were in the movie that make the movie iconic, I just don't think would be there. Some of the scenes, I feel like the whole fight at the castle with Shrek and Donkey versus all the knights wouldn't have been the same. You wouldn't have had that scene.
no.
With taking the cup and smashing it over the huge beer keg and spilling beer everywhere. And
And you want to have Joan Jett bad reputation as that song. I'm sorry.
no, you wouldn't. And you wouldn't have the lady going, "Give him the chair."
Yeah, true.
That was one of my favorite parts. Give him the chair.
One thing I also liked that Shrek did was with the ugly stepsisters, and they really played on the ugly, Like I
Yeah.
just thought that was fun.
That was good. I like the ugly stepsister.
So let's segue back into Disney. Like I love Shrek, and
I could
like
talk all night on
yeah,
Shrek.
Yeah, we
same,
could talk
same.
about the Shrek
and
franchise.
I feel like we should schedule a night to talk about maybe DreamWorks or just even Shrek in general.
Oh, we
and
could do
just do-
DreamWorks.
Yeah,
DreamWorks has
DreamWorks
a
is
lot of
great.
movies.
No, but Andrew's right. We should do them all, but Shrek's going to take a lot of time for those
Hmm.
movies to go over because they were great.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
segueing back over to, we're now at The Sword and the Stone in 1963.
This is one that I've not seen, but I know of. I know it's King Arthur. He pulls the sword from the stone.
King Arthur, Merlin, pulling the sword from the stone. It's your typical King Arthur and pulling the sword from the stone and becoming king story. I mean, it wasn't that great. It wasn't very iconic. There's not very many scenes. I think it's a classic simply because it came out in that original Disney movie era type thing.
Did anybody see the live action film for it?
There's a live action film for it.
It says a live action feature film adaptation entered development in July 2015. Oh, sorry guys. In 2021, it was reported that film was still in development. Sorry about that.
Wait, they're making one?
Well, here's the live. That was the live action film, and here's another one. The film spinoff on October 5th, 2021. Disney announced a live action adaptation of T.A. Barron's The Merlin Saga was in development with Michael Matthews set to direct. That's the live action spinoff. The other one is live action film adaptation. But 2021 it was reported that it's still in development. Just thought you guys should know.
By the way, real quick, Phillies are up 4-2, top of the ninth, 2 outs.
Oh yeah, I got a tab open.
I
have
got
it right
keep going
here.
behind me.
It's
I have it right there next to me.
That's like it's on behind me. That's why I keep turning to check the score every now and then.
Yeah, I pop it in and I'm like 4-2, nice.
On my list, Mike, and I don't know if it's the same. The Jungle Book, is that one the next on yours?
Well, see, I don't know why this is here. Do you guys remember a Mary Poppins?
Not.
What do you
I
mean?
thought that-
Remember? You mean the
No.
Mary Poppins?
No. What I mean is it's under this list of animation. I could have sworn.
I think because if you remember, there is parts of that movie that are animated.
I
You're
remember
right.
there is a
You are
debate
right.
on if Mary Poppins is considered animated or not.
Okay, I don't think it's animated.
Well, okay. I would not call it an animated film because it's not 100% animated, but it is a film that has animation.
Okay, Sam. First they used Bugs Bunny. It was the first cartoon put in a movie. Name the movie. I'm not even looking this up. I know the movie.
Like-
First time animation was
Say that
used.
again?
Animation was used. The first movie that used animation in a live action
Steamboat
movie.
Willie.
Looney Tunes
Oh,
Back in
no, wait.
Action.
No.
I don't know. I love that
No,
movie.
it would be Mary Poppins, wouldn't it?
It
No,
was the dream. It was the movie My Dream Is Yours.
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yep,
Love that
Phillies
movie.
win. Phillies lead the series 2-1.
Beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, I heard Han. Why don't you watch our show now?
Well, since the next on your list, Mike, is Mary Poppins. I mean, Mary Poppins is actually a really good.
Oh, I love the movie.
Yeah.
It's a
I just
classic.
question it's on the animation list. We could talk about it. I love Mary
Oh,
Poppins.
do we have to just do we have to talk about just animated Disney? I
No.
thought tonight was a Disney night.
Well,
All of Disney.
It's supposed to be animated, but yeah, I'll talk about that movie. I thought Mary Poppins was fantastic. The original.
Did
so.
you watch? I was like, have you seen any of the remakes?
See, I haven't. That's fun. I haven't.
I didn't mind. I did like the in the remake. It was based on the kids growing up and being adults with children, but
cool.
it doesn't beat the classic. Like
No,
Julie Andrews, Mary Poppins. Like
I think that they did a great job with Mary Poppins Returns.
they did.
They-
I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I didn't know that released in 2018. Mary Poppins Returns.
Yeah, who played Mary or not Mary? Well, she's not Mary Poppins. I guess she is.
It also, by the way, made it to the National Film Registry as being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant.
Oh, it was. It really was. Dick Van Dyke
Oh, he's awesome.
was
The
amazing
dancing in that movie is phenomenal.
in both movies because he was in both.
He was.
He made a
Sure.
short appearance towards the end of Mary Poppins Returns where he does his classic tap dancing.
He's
If
good.
you know Dick Van Dyke, you know he's known for his tap dancing skills.
I'm into dancers. I like Fred Astaire. I like all that old.
And
the
Dick
older
Van
style
Dyke did a
dancing.
great job, even in his 90s, at tap dancing. I will congratulate that man. I don't know how he does it.
Did anyone see the biographical drama in 2013, the making of the film? It's called Saving Mr. Banks.
I have seen that. That was
I
actually
have not.
really good.
I was just going to ask you. I never saw it. It's good to watch.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
I want to say
didn't-
that was the one that was based on the creator of Mary Poppins, P.L. Travers.
Oh,
And it's how Disney got the rights to the movie.
Yeah, and it is so good.
I'll have to watch it. I
But
didn't know there was one that
I think it portrayed it really well. Like Sam was saying, it was like how Disney got the rights to the movie, and the author got a say in everything. And if she didn't like something, she walked out and she's like, no, I'm done. So it was really interesting that they got that so well into the film, and like it was like you were there watching them create this iconic movie.
By the way, there is no scandalous information on Mary Poppins.
no,
There's
why
no.
would there be?
So now we're back to where Andrew's talking about. We're at The Jungle Book.
My husband's favorite Disney movie.
It's awesome. The music and
I think that's the Disney movie with the best music.
necessities.
It
Necessity
has
of
most iconic.
Is it necessary?
Bare necessities.
Yes. I love Bare Necessities. That song is phenomenal.
No,
I
I,
think
like
my
the one with the
favorite was-
monkeys.
I want to be like you.
Yep. I wanna be like you.
Good one, but no, Bare Necessity takes top of the list. I'm sorry. I agree.
Good
I
Lord.
wanna walk like you.
This cost
walk like you.
$4 million to make, but it's made $378 million. That movie, Jungle Book.
Yeah, and it they did a live action remake
I see that here.
twice.
Well, I
Wait,
saw
which
the one
one?
that had Bill Murray in it. think
I didn't
that's-
like either of the remakes.
I see the live action adaptation, and then there was a '94 animated sequel, The Jungle Book 2. Although that was in 2003. Sorry.
Yeah, so they did a live action in 1994, and then another live action in 2016.
Yeah, I saw that.
They just
I
weren't
love-
good.
I love John Favreau, so if he's involved with it, it's probably good.
Well, Bill
Right,
Murray
was it
plays the
good?
one character in the 2016
Did you like-
version.
Did you, Sam and Andrew? Did you like that one?
I don't know that I ever saw the live action Jungle Book.
I saw the original one, but not the
I
2016.
personally just like the animated version,
Yeah.
the 1967 version. You know, I that one is probably one of the older of the classics that I still enjoy and watch because it's just so well done.
Was the live action one in '94 any good, or no? That one too was just not it.
Better than the 2016, from what I hear.
Who are you hearing from? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I got the hiccups.
That happens.
Just hold your breath as long as you can.
Oh, that don't help.
That helps me every time.
Yay! Controversy. Controversy again.
Oh, let's hear it.
There has been criticism of the portrayal of King Louis, who is seen as a racist caricature of African Americans. As a result, in 2019, Disney added disclaimers warning of outdated cultural depictions at the start of the film on Disney Plus.
See, I want to know how. Where are they getting that from?
And here's another one. In January 2021, Disney removed access to the film for child profiles in Disney Plus and strengthened the warning message to read, "This program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. Rather than remove the content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together."
See, people are getting soft.
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with that assessment or those warnings. Sorry. I don't know how you guys feel about that, Sam, Andrew, John.
I
I
don't want
expressed
to
my
like
feelings
spark.
earlier.
I was like, I don't want to spark like controversy or whatever, but I think some people are just too sensitive and too like snowflakey soft. You know, like
Night Morgan.
I was like, they meant no harm when they made the movie, and you know, it's just ridiculous that people now
Well,
are like,
it's
oh,
ruining
this
all
movie
movies.
offends me.
Well, that's the thing. All the movies that came out back then, now they're resurfacing, and people want to blackmail them and they try to tarnish their reputation, and it's annoying.
Did you guys
Because
say
they're
goodbye to
trying.
Morgan?
Hi,
Morgan.
Morgan. Because
Leaving.
they're trying to take the themes from the 1940s and something that was okay in society in 1940s
That's
and
cool,
bring it
Julie.
into today, and it doesn't work because no, the themes that we had in the 1940s, society was different. It had
Mhm.
different beliefs, and our beliefs have changed since then. And sometimes, in some ways, good, some ways bad. That's just life.
Nice job, Lalo.
I I wholeheartedly agree with them. Like
I
this
do too.
generation nowadays sucks. Everyone's
Great.
so soft.
I agree
They're,
with you guys that do. I
they're
just
taking the integrity out of these old movies and like bashing them. A movie that was made 40 years ago is being brought back up nowadays as a racist threat, but back then when it was made,
Disney
it wasn't.
Disney Plus puts warnings that there will be cigarette use in this movie.
Yeah. I remember back when the film industry said if any movie had anybody smoking a cigarette, the movie would automatically be rated PG-13. I
don't know
remember when
about that.
they wanted that to be a thing.
That is
And
crazy.
everybody struck like, well, would you say 101 Dalmatians with Cruella de Vil, would that be considered a PG-13 movie? And they're like, there's no way that movie is worth a PG-13 title or, rating.
No. There's things that you look at every movie that can make it a PG-13 movie back in the day, but like, it's just
Well, I will
absurd.
agree. Even TV rating. What is now? What's a PG-13 movie now? Some of the today's PG-13 movies would be a very heavy rated R movie back in like the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
well, we're moving on to the Aristocrats. Unless you have something different, Aristocats. Sorry.
No, that's
Andrew.
on my list. So one of my notes that I wrote down with this one was this is actually the last movie that Walt Disney himself gave the green light on before he passed away. So this is the last movie that like Walt Disney gave the approval for.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And by the way, just to let you guys know, because I mentioned that RKO radio thing earlier, a few movies ago, they started Buena Vista Distribution started on all their films. Eventually, Disney, I think, does everything as it gets further up the chain.
Makes sense.
But anyways, go ahead, Andrew.
The Aristocrats, sorry.
I didn't know what you just said, Andrew. I had no idea.
I didn't either, and I thought that was really interesting. So I had to note that down because I would have thought that Walt had a lot of ideas that so it kind of surprised me that this was the last movie that got his approval. The rest, anything after the Aristocats, Walt didn't get to approve. So they just had to do in his memory and what.
Lalo. Sorry, Andrea. That was just too funny.
You're fine. No, that is actually pretty funny. I remember the music with the Aristocats. I love the cats like playing the piano. I thought that was fun.
I haven't watched this movie
that's
in
honestly
so
like
long.
honestly the only thing that I remember of this movie.
Yeah, I have not seen this movie in forever, so I don't remember much about the music. Honestly, sorry about that, but I just
apparently Elvis is living with Walt Disney and Tupac too.
Is Disney really? Is Disney really? Is he really Walt in a frozen chamber? Is that true?
I believe it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's been a rumor for decades. I was just wondering if he really is frozen.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Till they find a cure for what he had. Yeah, Tina. Yeah, Mom, you're right. And Elvis.
I said.
That's funny. Any more about
Jen likes the movie Aristocrats too, so you hit a spot with Jen. So,
but my favorite song from Aristocats is the one at the very end. Everybody wants to be a cat. The music was good. It had that upbeat, and it was something that you could sing along to, even the first time you watched the movie.
Sorry, guys. I mean, for an awkward silence. I apologize. I
Yeah.
was like, I know I'm trying to get suddenly Google failed, and now I can't pull up the list I had.
So what's after respects?
My favorite Disney movie.
Here we go. Highlight of the night.
Well, okay, not. I mean, one of
Here
my
we
favorites.
go now.
Robin Hood.
Here we go now. Nice.
I mean, Aladdin is like my all-time favorite, but Robin Hood is my second favorite, and I love it. It is such a classic movie. It's one that I can watch repetitively and never get bored. It's fun. It's humoring. It's great. You get the snake, and he's flying around in a balloon with his tail, and it's
Robin Hood running through the forest.
Lalo agrees with you. It's his favorite movie too. There you go.
Yeah, my list is back up.
they did use reused a lot of the animation from the Jungle Book, which I didn't
Oh.
know.
We're on Robin Hood, right?
Yeah.
Ah, we missed a good one.
Well, we'll go back.
Okay. No, I like the one that we missed. So I was just gonna say.
Oh, yeah. We'll backtrack. I
Thanks.
got excited. when I
No,
saw
Andrew.
Robin
No,
Hood.
Andrew. I'm sorry. I'm once again I'm interrupting. I'm sorry.
It's a classic, and if you guys don't like it, then you guys can just leave now.
Okay,
Okay.
bye.
Bye.
Peace.
See ya. Where's John? Come on, John. Come on back.
You are Robin Hood, Lou.
I'm kidding.
There you go. Now Mike's above.
More
me.
like Robin the Hood.
Robin Hood.
I don't get this. What Jen said. Sis or just.
It's a snake.
It's a snake.
See, Jen, I'm not very intelligent.
Okay, now, one of my favorite remakes of Robin Hood, and I'm sure you guys know where I'm about to go with this.
Kevin
Kevin
Costner's?
Costner.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner
Yeah, that's it.
with Alan Rickman as the Sheriff of Nottingham. I mean, you have Morgan Freeman in there.
By the way,
Like an iconic cast.
big.
You know.
Just to let you guys know,
Yeah.
big Alan, big fan of that actor. By the way, so
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman is one of my favorite actors of all time.
Oh,
I don't mean just for the Harry Potter movies, which he does an absolute phenomenal. I'm saying all the way back to the beginning of his career. I like all his projects he's worked on.
Nobody
Die Hard.
else could have played a depressed robot like Alan Rickman.
Agreed.
No way. I agree 1,000% with that.
Ugh. We're gonna have to cover that movie one night because it's actually one of my
Yes.
all-time favorites.
Okay,
It's
but
Uncle
besides for
Jack
Kevin Costner and Robin Hood, didn't they also make one with Carl Lewis as
I'm
Robin
looking.
Hood?
They made
I'm
one
looking.
with Russell Crowe.
They
What?
They
did.
made one with Carl
Oh.
Lewis. too.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. I'm going
Uh,
down.
Men in
Chris-
Tights.
Yeah, Man in Tights might have been Carl Lewis.
Robin Hood, Men in
Please.
Tights.
It released in 73, by the way. It was re-released in 1982. Critical reaction. Oh my God, the critical reactions. See you, Mom. It was nice meeting you. You
Night.
should stay.
Bye,
'cause nobody
Mom.
reads. Don't go. You're the only one that reads books in here. Come stay.
Mm.
What is it? Okay, critical response. You know what? I'm like, it says it's a nice tongue-in-cheek without insult to the intelligence of either child. That's not bad. But then, like, it gets all this stuff about you shouldn't humanize animals. Like, what is this? What? All right, I'm not even talking about that anymore. That's retarded. I know we're not supposed to use that word, but it's just dumb.
Mike, what was the movie that
Yes.
we skipped?
I wish your mom.
Oh, sorry.
I wish John's mom had stuck around. It's Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Bed Knobs and Broomstick.
I've heard of
like it.
this. Never seen it.
It was awesome. I'm sorry, it was really, really good. I know you guys you've heard of it, Andrew. Sam, you ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Not seen it.
It's a really good film. Just that's all I want to put on there. You guys should check it out. It's really, really good.
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
say we
say
do
like
both
I
would be
wanted
good,
to
though.
watch it once, and then like I saw the DVD cover, and I was just like, eh.
The DVD. If I'm looking at the theatrical release poster, is it's disturbing, but it is.
Yeah, I think that's what turned me off of not watching it. Is like I judged the movie by its cover, and I'm like,
I know
no.
the movie Talking Fish.
Hey,
can't
Mom.
think of his name.
Hey, Mom, we can do that.
Finding Nemo?
Yeah,
I
possibly.
always do that.
Yeah, books. That's all you guys. I don't read. I've been on the same book for 3 years.
Can you read?
I think so.
Was there?
I mean,
I'm trying to find.
He
the
reads the
res-
comments okay.
So they made a restoration of this movie in '96. The box office. Yeah, it didn't really do well in the box office. I really liked that. Of course, you know, it was the best actress. Angela Lansbury was in it, the original too, and they were nominated.
Yeah,
the only-
she played it. She played one of the Maid Marian's like maids or like.
she's good in it. It did
She
win
played
one.
the hen.
Oh yeah,
Bedknobs had a fish, according to my mom. So.
they did win. They did win one Academy Award for best special visual effects.
Are we talking about Robin Hood or Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
Bed knobs
Knobs
and
and
broomsticks.
Broomsticks.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Sam, you really should check it out. It's a nice film. I mean, it's more of a niche film. I mean, you know, not doing great at the box office, but it's still an entertaining movie. I liked it a lot. The music again was phenomenal, and the song was up for an Academy Award.
Oh, Shark
So was
Tale.
the original score for the movie. They both went up. They were nominated, but they didn't win. Best costume design, they were up for another Academy Award, and best art direction, and they were up in the Golden Globe Awards for best actress in a motion picture, musical, or comedy, which was Angela Lansbury.
Mm.
Wow.
But the
Mr.
music is good.
Codfish, according to my mom. So, does that sound familiar, Mr. Codfish?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Mom, don't leave. What's the next one I have in my book may not be the one that you are mean. The next one on this list is The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie
Winnie
the
the
Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Taggly waggly little bear.
I didn't know that was a Disney property.
Yeah.
Can you guys
Winnie
see
the
me,
Pooh.
or is my camera wigging
Yes.
out?
No,
Look,
No, we
fine.
can see.
I
Okay,
can see.
I can't see me. So,
I can see.
Winnie the Pooh always has a place in my heart. I do not like that they're making it a horror movie this year.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
come on. I'm going.
Yes.
I'll see you guys later. I'm out of here.
They are making Winnie the Pooh into a horror movie, and it is
And the
Outrageous.
storyline is like they
Can't deal with this.
are mad because Christopher Robin ditched them in 100 Acre Woods and they're out for revenge. And no, it just doesn't fly with me.
What is this? Saw The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh?
I mean, I have seen a preview before, and I'm in agreement. I think it looks horrendous. It looks dumb.
Oh my God.
They're just doing it to try to make money, and they're not going to
They
make
are, and I think they're trying to play off of the kids who grew up with Winnie the Pooh are now adults and
still
they'll-
don't want to see that.
yeah, like I'm curious how good it's gonna do in the box office. Like I don't even want to say good. It's probably not gonna do good in the box office.
it. Nope.
I don't think I've heard anybody like actively say, "Oh, I'll go see this in theaters."
It's funny. It's not under Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. It does not talk about for some reason the upcoming movie.
Winnie the
know
Pooh.
why?
It is called Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey.
Is it rated R?
Yeah.
Oh my! Come on!
Yeah, no, I think
Really?
I mean, it's not a Disney movie, thankfully. I mean, obviously,
No, it's
Disney would
made
do a horror movie.
by
Oh, I didn't know that, Lala. I had no
Jagged-
idea that Disney lost the rights to that. I had no idea.
Jagged Edge Productions. The director and writer is Rise Frake Waterfield.
Hey, Mom, you're right about that.
Um,
I'm just
Ooh.
saying.
I've never heard of. What else has this guy done?
I don't want to see. Look, well, I want to go see a horror movie, even though Halloween 3 was bad. I want to go see a horror movie for the genre of horror, whether it's a slasher, where it's a psychological or a thriller horror. I don't go to the theater to see The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I just don't see that. I don't I mean, what? I mean, like I said, why can't you make something like cool, like John Wick, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh?
Or like not use a children's story, you know?
Exactly. That's the primary thing. I'm being funny. Sam's laughing at me for being stupid, but I just meant like can't be positive. Like that they learned those abilities from John Wick.
Well, no, it's like I remember when a couple years ago when the movie Krampus came out,
Oh yeah.
And I went to go see that just because I had nothing better to do with my life at the time. And so I went to go see that. And I go into the theater and there's families with kids there. I'm like, oh, you are going to ruin this. And this
Yeah.
just came out during Christmas time. I'm like, oh my Lord, you're about to ruin these kids' Christmases. You are
I
going
think
to
this, Sam. You know what? I think this movie was made as shock value. Honestly, they're trying to get shock value out of this. You know what I mean? You guys
Yeah.
follow what I'm saying, Sam? I'm
Yeah.
well. It seems like they're making it just to go. Oh my God! I can't believe they're doing that. I don't know. That's
I
not.
could see that. No, you're
It's
right.
not a way. It's not a way to make a movie. That's all my.
No.
You don't need to have this, like Andrew said. It's a kids' movie. Why are you? And nobody better go to that movie. People better see the trailer because if a 5 or 6 or 7-year-old, they're never going to forget this, ever.
Right. I can see a parent who's oblivious and not knowing of, oh, this is a horror movie. They just see
You-
Winnie the Pooh and they're like, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
take my kids, and then
If you
they
see
get
Winnie
there
the
and
Pooh
they're
with
like,
Imagine-
blood and honey
and-
and don't realize it's a horror movie.
You just some of these parents don't. I mean, seriously, it's bad. Like I'm taking my kids. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I
it's
already
just
bought my tickets.
it shouldn't. It's a film that doesn't. Oh God, I just didn't believe this. I'm just sorry. I'm just really disturbed, guys, about this whole thing.
Yeah.
I just.
I'm
can't
glad,
believe-
and
Yeah, every right
I'm
to be
glad
like-
Disney doesn't have the rights to this movie because
Disney.
they're doing it dirty.
You've made billions of dollars off Marvel and Star Wars. Buy the movie back, even if you spend $1 billion. Get this movie back before this releases, please.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It releases on November 4th.
I could stop it. Let's go. Out to California.
Not
Stop
the
this.
petition, Mike.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll grab our torches and pitchforks. Let's go.
There you go. I can't wait for
You
this
know
to be.
what?
Hey, I can't wait for this to be. Somehow Disney will get it back and make a ride out of it.
If-
Yeah. Okay.
If we can get rid of Sonic's teeth,
Love that.
if we can get rid of Sonic's teeth, we can get rid of a horror movie Winnie the Pooh.
Exactly.
I'm kind of impressed it's coming out in theaters. I would have thought it would be something like a Netflix special or something,
Yeah.
Well,
Why didn't they release this at Halloween?
well, Halloween's the
It
same week it's
releases-
coming out.
It-
Can you imagine a Disney ride to that horror movie? Sorry, trying to make you guys laugh.
That
No,
would
Disney
be
horror
horrible.
movie. They, I mean,
Honey
they've
and
done
Blood,
animal
the
one, but-
Honey and Blood, the ride.
Is
They-
it honey or is it blood? You'll never know.
No, that's the ride you take. That's the ride you take your kids on when you're ready to go home, but they don't want to leave.
Yeah, that's what you do. Can you imagine if the kids see the books later? They'll start twitching. Oh, what? Oh, like the real books that were nice. Kids waking up in cold sweats. Winnie the Pooh, blood, honey. Horrible.
No, but the thing is, you take a kid to see this before you show them the cartoon version of Winnie the Pooh. They're gonna think they're gonna watch the cartoon or like the old school. Like, what is this?
Yeah,
They'll be like, that's yeah.
I tell you what's going to happen. These kids are going to be. The parents are going to take them, and Child Protective Services is going to get a bunch of phone calls that night. A ton of them. Ridiculous.
Going back to the animated Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, sorry. Let's go back to.
No, it was interesting. Favorite character.
Eeyore. Loved Eeyore.
Man, Piglet.
Oh bother!
Eeyore. I actually
That's good, Sam.
in high school I collected Eeyores, and I still have my Eeyore blanket. To
You
this
like
day.
Eeyore?
I love.
Is that your
Eeyore.
favorite? Yeah, he's my
Mhm.
favorite.
I still have my original Winnie the Pooh like stuffed animal that I got when I was a little kid.
Did you get the honey or the
Sure.
blood? Which one did you get?
Definitely the blood.
The blood.
No, wait,
Sorry,
are you
Sam.
saying you have that in your possession
Sorry,
right now? Saying
I
if
know.
you in his hat, you gotta get Winnie the Pooh.
No,
Yeah.
I do
I'm
not.
I'm beating a
exactly
dead
at my-
horse. I'm beating a
mom's
dead
house.
horse. Beating a dead horse. I'm just
Yeah.
If I had it with me right now.
I don't know, through high school, like Eeyore was just my comfort.
Yes.
And
Mom's back.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, something about Eeyore and like his depression just like really sat home with me, I guess.
I love horror movies too. Mom.
I don't.
Yeah, that's right. Andrew. doesn't
So
like-
here's my thing about Eeyore and what I love about Winnie the Pooh and how they portrayed Eeyore and how they portrayed just the rest of the friends. Each and the theory is that each of the characters, each of the 7 characters from Winnie the Pooh represent one of the 7 deadly sins.
Mhm.
And that's the theory. But
Isn't
You know,
it Winnie the Pooh like gluttony or something?
yeah, because he's always eating honey. But but Eeyore's depression and the way that they play it, Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and Roo and Piglet, they never try to, oh, come on, Eeyore, come on. No, like I mean, in the books, there are multiple times where you say, where you see, Pooh tries to talk to Eeyore and Eeyore's just in one of his depressed moods, and Pooh's just like, okay, we'll just sit here with you.
Yeah.
We'll just
Yeah.
sit here with you. We don't have to talk. We don't have to say, but we're gonna be here with you.
Well,
And
it's
I'm like,
yeah, and
why
they did
can't
that well in
kids
the
act?
movies. Yeah, they did that when what was it? Was it when it was raining or something in the movie? And they just like they all sat there with Eeyore while his house is like being washed away, and they're like, like it's like you said, why can't people like decent human beings be like that anymore?
Well,
Mhm.
it's obviously Eeyore smokes weed, so I mean, he's so laid back. He's so laid back.
Wow, going deep on Winnie.
Yeah, we are.
I'm trying to put it up. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are. Winnie the Pooh gets deep.
Did you
It
guys
really
see Christopher Robin, that live action remake?
No, I did not. With Ewan McGregor?
Yeah.
Ewan?
I did.
Did you like it?
I thought it wasn't bad. I
I
wouldn't
never
say it's
saw it.
fantastic. I would say it's fantastic, but I felt it was good enough.
It
I mean, good.
It was good. Yeah, like it didn't stand out in any way, but it wasn't bad.
I didn't know if anybody else saw that but me. Was it? I don't
watched
remember.
it, I want to say not in theaters, but like when it first came out, because I grew up loving Winnie the Pooh, and I'm like, I have to see this.
Was it mega popular? I don't remember, Andrew, if that was super popular. Was it? I'm just forgetting.
I don't remember it actually ever being like super popular.
Interesting.
Christopher Robin?
Yes, sir.
No. It wasn't the most popular. When it first came out, it was, they pushed it a lot. I remember seeing a lot of commercials for it, but
We spent more time on Winnie the Pooh than any other movie.
Oh, my mom said
Well,
you
maybe
were going
Shrek.
deep on Winnie.
Yeah, she's right.
Winnie the
Um,
Pooh is good.
The next movie I have on my list is The Rescuers.
oh, The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under. I think I preferred The Rescuers Down Under.
Really? The original was phenomenal.
Oh, they were both great.
Both great.
I
yeah.
think I liked The Rescuers Down Under better because the old lady from the first one just creeped me out.
I have an interesting fact about the Rescuers.
Look it up.
Walt Disney actually shelved this movie because he did not like the idea.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Fun fact. I didn't know that, Andrew. Nice fact.
Yeah, in
Let's see.
1962, Walt Disney said no, but he passed in 63, so obviously they're like, we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Did you guys know this is based on a series of books by Marjorie
Mhm.
Sharp? Both The
Mhm.
Rescuers and Miss Bianca. I did not know Miss Bianca. I knew The Rescuers, but not Miss Bianca.
Oh,
So
it's empty now, Lala.
It's what? Oh, sorry.
A lot of the Thunder.
Did you guys, anybody know that Miss Bianca was a book? Because I had no idea. I thought it was based on the one book. I didn't know it was based on two books. Never knew.
My mom might. I don't. Remember, I can't read.
Oh my God, I can't believe what you just read, or you just said, Andrea. Seriously? You didn't want political overtones? Ah, Disney, what's your problem?
Well, and it's funny because like in the notes as well, it says like people find this movie offensive because there's a naked woman poster in the background.
Really? This also has an interesting fact. Sam, you know it? Anybody know the one interesting fact about it?
No.
It was
That could be one in a infinity
was-
of things.
It was the first time Disney animated film to have a sequel.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that either. It's just it. So I'm just telling you guys that fact I just read. It's interesting. I did not know that. I thought some of the others. We talk about remakes. I guess I assume that it has a sequel. I don't,
No, remakes are not sequels.
True.
Remakes are not sequels.
Oh my! Are you serious? A nudity scandal? How's there a nudity scandal about this freaking film?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's because everybody
I'm
thought
sorry.
it was offensive that there was
Oh,
a
I'm sorry,
naked
Andrea.
woman poster in the background in one of
Oh,
the
I'm
scenes.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I didn't mean. I.
Oh
did
no,
say
you're
that.
fine. But no,
I
it is really weird. There's like this big scandal about it, and it's like it is what it is.
And they took it out.
I think they did, yeah.
Oh my goodness! I'm looking at it right now. It was a recall. January 1999, 2 days after the recall was announced, and then it has a thing here. Yeah, I'm not even going to post this stuff. It's just about a Disney spokeswoman saying the Imogen rescuers were placed in the film during post-production, but she declined to say who and where they were put. That's really it.
Mm.
And then it says in March 23rd, 1999, all future releases, the inappropriate nudity was edited and blocked out.
Wow.
But I have the original. I have it before 1999, so you can suck it.
Do you have the VHS tape?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, right on.
Got me worth some money one day. Never know.
Maybe.
You never know.
Anything else you guys want to run with that?
No, let's move on. Wait, it's
guys-
getting what? Let's
Oh,
try
yeah.
to wrap up by midnight your time, so 25 more minutes.
Okay.
If we can.
No, it's fine.
You guys are good with
Peach,
that?
Peach Dragon's the next one.
Peach Dragon. I remember as a kid, I had just gotten a TV in my room, and this was one of the first VHS movies that we owned. And I remember we would turn the contrast down on the TV to where our mom wouldn't see like the reflection of the TV on, and we would just lay down and watch Peach Dragon all the time.
That's awesome, though.
It's been a long time since I probably watched this one if I've ever watched it. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a while, and I think they recently remade this like
A couple years back, yeah.
Yeah.
Every Disney film was nominated every year in the Golden Globes or Academy Awards for their music. Every movie we've done tonight.
Yeah.
I believe it. Well, that's
I'm
how
like
strong the music was back then.
I don't remember a lot about. I know I liked it, but I don't remember enough of Peach Dragon to really reference or say anything. I would just be reading the wiki page on it, and so
Yeah, that I mean, what I mentioned above with
2016.
when I first got a TV, that's
thanks,
like
Sam.
all I remember about Peach Dragon. I just remember that was like one of our favorite ones to just go back and watch.
2016 is when the newest live action of Peach Dragon came
And I
out.
haven't seen that.
I said
was
thank
okay.
you, Sam. Jerk.
You're welcome.
All right. The next movie I have on my list is The Fox and the Hound.
That one was a sad one.
Now we're in the 80s.
Yeah, 81. Peach Dragon was the last one in the 70s.
I don't remember Fox and the Hound. I have seen it. I don't remember it. So I can't really say much about it because I really don't.
It's almost like a Romeo and Juliet story in a sense.
I can see that, Sam.
It's
I've
a
watched
very
that.
Romeo and Juliet-esque type of movie, because you have, of course, the fox and the hound who become friends, but they're supposed to be enemies.
Mm.
You have, of course, the hunter with the hound and the old lady with the fox. So, but I gotta go, guys.
Hey, Sam, it
Yeah,
was good to see you, man. It was good to see you, Sam.
Thanks
Yeah,
for joining us, Sam.
I got an extra 30, almost 40 minutes with you guys. So, you guys have a good night.
You too, sir.
Bye.
Tweet.
You still alive, Sam.
Okay, now that he's gone, let's start the show.
Welcome to Friday Night Movie Night.
The
I'm
real
just kidding.
show.
I like it. Well, I no, don't get me wrong. I love Sam, but I kind of like it when it's the three of us. Nothing against Sam, everybody on this video. Love Sam. Love Sam.
You watch that, you could pop in any second and scare you.
No, I don't want. I shouldn't have even said that out loud. I apologize, everybody who's watching. I love Sam. Great guy. But I've had some good experiences with the three of us. So I apologize for that remark. Sam is phenomenal, and when he joins us, he is great. So
He's very knowledgeable.
yes, I was mostly jesting and kidding there, guys. So there's nothing,
This is why I don't join the stream.
Yeah.
So
No, Lalo, I really shouldn't have said that because Sam is great. It's just I've had some experiences with just Andrea alone and John and Andrea, and I just don't see Sam much in the movies thing. So that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that Sam's bad. He's very knowledgeable, like Andrea said. So I apologize. Sam, if you see this, I apologize. It was not meant as a slight or anything like that.
Well, don't listen to him. He doesn't like me neither. He wants me to leave too, so it's just him and
No, I
Andrea,
I
guess.
really feel horrible. And I really do. I really feel horrible. I said that. Now it was just.
I mean, I can back out
It's
too, Mike. If
just-
you want Andrew yourself, it's okay. I can go.
No, I just shouldn't have said it. I meant it in a joking way, and it came out all wrong.
Just
So-
wrap up when you're done. I'll see myself out.
No, you guys stay.
Are we going to the next one, Andrea? Or are we talking more about the Fox and the Hound? Because I don't remember much.
I don't remember much about Fox and the Hound, and I think Sam had the most insight on it.
Well, the only thing I say was the where is it at? It was the most expensive animated film up to that date, costing $12 million to make.
Oh, that's crazy.
Did pretty good in box office. Made $63.5 million.
$12 million in the early 80s on an animated movie. Imagine if they had that much technology that they had back then, times it by what they have today.
That's true.
I mean, we had been easily made at like $50 million.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. The next movie down is The Black Cauldron.
So my notes on this one was that Disney says that this is their worst film.
Really? I didn't know that.
They said it was stuck in production for years, and it was considered a failure upon release. But yeah, Disney says they say it's up for debate that it's the worst on their list, but it's the worst on their list. And it is also up to the time was their darkest film. I've never seen it, so I can't say anything, but like reading that, I'm like, it doesn't sound like one that I'm itching to go see right away.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it neither.
You ever seen the Black Cauldron?
And I
There's
guess
a series.
I guess it
sorry.
resonates. Oh, you're okay. I guess it resonates more for adults rather than children.
Well, I love the books. This is based on a series of books. This one's the first book in the series. I enjoyed the books when I was younger. So
I'll have to look into those.
yeah, check it out. It's not that bad, and the books are really good too. I would watch them again today. I'll read them again today.
What's the next one on the list?
Andrew, you don't mind keeping on mine, or are we good?
Oh, go ahead.
All right. The
I was
next
like-
one I have.
I was like,
Go
yours
ahead.
follows mine's pretty good, but you've got
What?
a couple that mine doesn't, so you're
There's
good.
someone here. Yeah, there was a bunch in there I didn't know. The next one is The Great Mouse Detective.
Sherlock Holmes.
I like
I
this
thought
movie.
I thought it was fun. Like it was a playful take on the Sherlock Holmes story.
I agree with Andrea. It was really, really good. I don't know if you guys liked it or not. Did you?
I
I
liked
mean, you like John? What do you have to say? Anything to say about that movie?
No. I mean, they remade it a couple of different times, didn't they? With like Robert Downey Jr. and all that, right?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they
Let's
did.
see. No, that's American Tail.
I might be wrong. I'm always wrong. So
I know they've done a lot of different renditions of Sherlock Holmes, but I think the Grey Mouse Detective they don't have like
It
a
says
remake for that per se.
it just says a
Sorry.
mystery in the Mist edition of The Great Mouse Detective was released on DVD in April of 2010 and on Blu-ray 2012. It said, unlike previous home media releases, which all used the 1992 reissue title print, The Adventures of the Great Mouse Detective, the DVD restored the original 1986 title card, which had previously not been seen since the original 86 release.
Wow.
So, and it now has a widescreen aspect ratio on the Blu-ray. And the Blu-ray finally made it to London in 2015.
And then I just had one note on this movie was Disney actually wasn't too fond of this film.
What, The Great Mouse Detective?
Mm-hmm.
oh, I thought you guys were talking about something different. I'm sorry.
I-
I just looked it up.
I liked the movie. I did like The Great Mouse. I remember the movie fluently. It was great. So, now this one I haven't heard of. The Brave Little Toaster. No,
That is great.
I don't know this movie.
Oh my gosh, it's
Go, Andrea. It's
adorable.
all you, Andrea. Go.
I don't remember much about it, but I remember it like it's just the cutest little movie. And it's about this little toaster that talks, and he's like got a life, and he's trying to become like he's like a scared little thing, and then like he's trying to find his bearings and get out in life. And I just remember like it was just it's one that's just cute.
It is
I
cute.
mean, it has multiple movies that were made. So.
It does. I think they've got like the Brave Little Toaster Goes on the Moon or something like that. And
The original only broke even. Unfortunately, in the box office, it broke to what it cost to make it is the same cost they brought in, which is disappointing. But I think at least.
yeah,
I haven't seen it.
That, and I remember the Brave Little Toaster and the Iron Giant. Those were like I want to say they were released about the same time, and they were just adorable movies.
And the Parents' Choice Award, it did win in '88. The Brave Little Toaster won for the Parents' Choice Award that year, which is interesting. I haven't seen it. I wonder if I can watch it anywhere. I'm gonna have to look at that one. If that's on Disney.
I can look. Let me see if it's on Disney Plus.
Is it on Disney Plus? Yeah.
Let me look.
I think we should stop at 1990. What do you guys think? Because we have 3 movies
Yeah.
to go, and then it's 1990.
That sounds great to me. Because the 90s are like a whole
Yeah, it
Like
goes.
a
a
whole
whole night.
Andrew's
It's like
right.
a whole night, you
Yeah,
know.
it's- yeah,
because
90s.
the 90s are when it starts to get really good.
So is it playing, Andrew, on Disney Plus? Can I watch
Brave
this thing?
Little Toaster to the Rescue, the 1997 film. The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars, the 1998 film.
I need the 87.
But it doesn't
Yeah,
look like the 87.
I'll watch one of those. Are they good too? Andrew, do you remember?
I've seen The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars.
Is it good?
Yes.
Should I check it
I
out?
liked it. I mean,
I gotta
it's
check it out
cute.
then.
You gotta remember, it's like it was meant more for like the younger audience. So they played on it's a cute film, cute movie.
I'll have to check out the ones that are on Disney Plus. Now, the next movie is something we really could talk about. And I'm sorry it's so late for people that left because Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
We have to save that. I'm sorry.
We got to save that one. Yeah, I agree with John. What do you think, Andrew? Save that one?
Save it, because that is. I could go on
Forever.
Oh yeah. There's so much like that movie was it.
Also, I think we should save The Little Mermaid, which is 89. So we might want to stop with The Little Mermaid. I think that should be another night. Don't you guys agree or no?
Yeah, my friend Morgan would want to be here for a little movie.
Okay. So the last movie in the 80s was Oliver and Company.
Oliver and I don't remember that one.
I
do, but I'm brief. Like my memories are very hazy of it. Like I know I watched it and it was really good in the box office, but I don't remember if I don't remember. I only remember bits and pieces. I don't remember enough. Sorry, guys. If you guys know more, comment on it because I have no idea.
It's been a while. A lot of these movies, like you say the name, you remember as a kid, you remember watching it, but being in my mid 30s now, it's like it slips the memory.
Once again, it was up for Best Original Song. It was nominated, didn't win, but it did reel Best Sound Editing at the Golden Reel Awards. It did win that. So
it also helped Disney get out of their financial struggle. So I thought that was kind of interesting that this movie helped save Disney.
Oliver and Company did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we save Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Little Mermaid, the one in 1990 is DuckTales the movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp.
Woo! I'm sorry. I remember the cartoon animated version of it.
Okay.
I remember watching the show DuckTales, but not the movie.
Yes, I don't remember the movie at all. John, anything about the movie? You remember?
No, I just remember the show.
Okay. If we're gonna skip, the next one is the second one that released in 1990 that year is The Rescuers Down Under, which was a sequel to The Rescuers.
I don't think I saw The Rescuers Down Under.
If Sam was here, Sam would probably know a lot about that Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah.
See, every movie we're getting to now, next one's Beauty and the Beast, then Aladdin, then The Night Forever Christmas.
Yeah, so it's the
Yeah,
one. Yeah, I was like, we're gonna have to do another night where we start in the 90s. Well, I mean, we'll start.
Yeah,
The
I'll
80s and
save.
go down to the 90s.
We'll just then, we DuckTales movie we really didn't know. So then I think next one we go Who Framed Roger Rabbit, people out there that are still watching The Little Mermaid, and then we'll start hitting Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Night Before Christmas, The Lion King. So Pocahontas, Toy Story, all those are up the road. So
I mean-
Out of the movies we talked about tonight, what were your guys' favorites? Like, as we discussed them, you know, like, did it bring back any memories? Or you're
Oh,
like,
big
oh
time.
yeah, like I forgot about this movie.
Come on.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland's always a good one to talk about. I mean, the
Yeah.
original and the live action ones, like I said, brings back a memory from me being in it, junior high school, being in the school play. We had a lot of people who also said they were in the school play, but like Alice in Wonderland for me.
I have a couple. See, I love Lady and the Tramp. But I love, see, the problem is I love Mary Poppins and The Jungle Book. You know, those 3 movies are probably my favorites. When I go back for kid memories, because I'm so ancient, Pinocchio and Fantasia and Dumbo, Bambi, those are the ones that probably, those 4 movies were the ones,
What's that?
because I don't remember. I know I watched Song of the South, but I just don't remember enough to remember if that was the one. So those 4 movies when I was a kid, and those when I was more of an adult teenager, are my movies. Go on.
Well,
What are yours?
Robin Hood for one. Like, that was when I just remember I watched with my dad a lot, and like it just brought back like the happy childhood memories, me being a little kid and like falling in love with Disney movies. Mary Poppins, always been a favorite. The Jungle Book, again, that's my husband's favorite. So
Yeah, hook it up.
I mean, I'm surprised you guys don't like the live action version of the Jungle Book that came out in 2016. I enjoyed it. I
never saw it.
I haven't seen the live action ones, and I think I'm going to, like, I want to eventually see the live action remakes just to see if they're fun. I mean, I personally like Aladdin, and we'll talk about it next time, is my all-time favorite Disney movie, and I really liked the live action. I mean,
Are we
like,
gonna keep it?
I know a lot of, it's like,
We're
I know
gonna
a
keep
lot
it a
of people
surprise.
don't, but
Sorry, Andrea. Are we gonna do a drum roll? You're gonna say that for the next time? Tell us all.
oh, we'll save it. But
All right.
I mean,
Secret then. Andrew's Secret coming out next time.
but yeah, I mean,
Andrea's tired. She's
no,
like,
I
"Oh."
am. It's been a long day. It's been, again, another rough work week, and
Soccer weekend for me.
I did get some good news, and I can message you guys about it, or we can talk off stream
Oh,
about my work life.
awesome.
But yeah, I'm just tired because it's my birthday weekend, and
I understand.
work was long. Everybody was off work today, so it was like just a few of us, and I don't know. I'm just tired.
Well,
That's
on
what
a
I'm
side
saying.
note,
I've been
On a
running
side
around
note-
soccer games.
On a
Soccer
side
tournament
note,
games.
John.
Yeah, I'll
on a
just
side
say
note, my mom had texted me. She
Oh.
said we did an amazing job. She loved it. She's gonna come back. So
awesome.
next Friday we won't have Andrea, so we have to save the '90s Disney's for when she's
Because
back.
it's Andrew's birthday weekend.
Well, I was like, next weekend I'm going to Rocky Horror, but
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that. It's gonna be awesome.
I'll be back on the 4th. We can talk about
Yeah.
Blood and Honey.
Who knows? I might. That won't be out by then, but we'll add it to
Everybody-
the Halloween special, Mike.
Yo, John, put that on the next trailer. Blood and Honey coming soon by us.
Make a new
Well,
intro just for that.
I'll do it first. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining in. I had a great time, of course, with Sam, Andrea, and John, and can't wait to see you next time. Too sweet.
I
Thank
mean,
you guys. Like,
we
love this
had
show so
13
much.
people in here at one time tonight. Our biggest crowd yet.
Yep.
I can't express how much I appreciate everyone who popped in tonight. We had my mom in here for a while, Morgan, Julie. We had Lalo hanging out with us to the very end. My friend Shannon from work. Like, the list can go on and on. Like,
Curtis, yeah.
Heard
it was the biggest turnout yet. I mean, the channel is picking up steam. We're trying to stay consistent with our content. Our next show will be me and Mike Monday night when we premiere Sports Gladiators. I have a whole new intro for that one. And then we have Trib 2 next Tuesday. We still have our Friday night movie night next Friday, which we will figure out a topic because Andrew won't be here, so we'll have to do something special for that. But then the following week's Halloween, and we're doing a special Friday night movie night, Halloween night.
Is it next
Um,
Friday Halloween? Is it next week Halloween?
Halloween
next week, but the
is
following week.
following Monday. So
It's not next Monday.
No,
No,
my birthday's next Monday.
Yeah,
No, I don't
Amy's
mean-
birthday.
Is this Monday?
Her birthday's the 24th, and then Halloween's the following Monday.
So I guess in a sense, yes, next Monday is Halloween.
Thanks.
So if you
Thank-
think like this Monday, that's my birthday.
Yeah.
See, Andrea, here's your brain, and here's
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna, I think Mike's doing a special thing for his neighborhood Halloween night. I'm doing a special show, so
Oh yeah, for everybody that's out there, I hope people watch this later. I'm Freddy Krueger. Yeah, hook it up.
But
It's everything. I got the metal claw. You guys, I'm gonna look good, dude. I have a full
Wow.
mask.
you have to
Doesn't
pop
matter.
on the Halloween show and show everybody.
Oh, I will be. Between.
So make sure you
the
send me
water
a
breaks.
picture so I can see it.
I will. It's gonna be awesome. I got the sweater and everything, guys. I look perfect.
I'm gonna be a 70s disco person because that's what our like company party theme is, and I was too
Is your
lazy to
husband-
find a costume, so I got a 70s.
Is your
disco
husband?
costume.
Is your husband coming to that disco or with you to that?
Yeah, that's not until December, but
I want to see what he was dressing up like.
we don't know yet. He hasn't decided. He was thinking about doing a vampire, so we'll see.
Was he on the night?
My husband?
Yeah.
No, he's watching a game.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he was on and I missed him.
Olive says you already look perfect. On that note,
Look at that.
perfectionist as always. Everyone have a good night. Andrew, thanks for hopping in with us. I appreciate it as always.
Hopping
Thanks
in.
for
She
hanging
runs the
out.
show. Hop
does.
in. She's.
I've popped in. I
Right.
felt bad because I'm like I'm gonna be late. We went out for my birthday dinner and we had
Hey.
to get me some new clothes. So
Trying to make
The
this
biggest
shit.
thing
There
is
we go.
everybody showed up
Down there.
tonight. We had all four of us in the show. It was absolutely amazing. So
It was. It really was.
have a good night.
bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye.